Nortman.
Well, this should be a journey. It is a great day to be alive on this Friday. Do you hear it in my voice at all? I got a little Bradley Nortman in me.
It distinguishes you a little bit, Ben.
Does it?
Yeah, that little smoker's rap.
Because I wanted to do like my full, I'm going to try it, but it might mess up my voice for the entire show. It's a great day. I'm scared.
Yeah.
What's wrong with your voice? You're sick?
I'm not even sick. I just got a little crook.
Okay, because I was
right.
between y'all yesterday. Y'all was blowing y'all stank-ass air in between me.
Stank-ass?
If I
You said
get
it didn't
sick-
smell.
I did say that. But if I get sick because I was sitting in between y'all, I'm going to be upset.
It's the craziest thing. Like, I had a cold. The cold's gone, but, like, raspiness remains. I was great earlier in the week, but after a full day. Yeah, look at
Brad,
me now.
you sound way worse. Ben sounds completely normal to me. Kyle, I can't
Really?
be alone in that, right? He sounds completely normal to me.
He doesn't sound as vivacious as he
Yes, it's probably not as loud and
Vivacious.
vibrant.
Yeah.
Ben Brust here alongside Kyle Wallace in his
Beautiful
I remember when we did this show. We did the show where it looks like the thing in gym class. The parachute.
Let me tell you about this shirt. I had Truth to Power on 101.7 The Truth, 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. They said, oh, that shirt brings you back to the 90s, Kyle. You just do it with your clothing. All your clothing hits. I said, thank you. What can I say? I'm fashionable.
I'm starting to think that he makes up all these things that he says that people say to him about his outfits. 800-990-3776.
What's your baby mama say?
Is the Carbless talking text line. I don't have, you know what's crazy is like,
Look at him go. Hey,
as he's dancing right now, like,
you can't say nothing. I got killed with
no, it's like I want to say something, but I can't lose my voice for the next 3 hours. I want to yell at you and just say, like, you're not as great as you think.
Hey.
What's your baby mama say?
Brad, I will smack you silly too.
That was so
Just
good.
to sprinkle this. That's what y'all say now.
I'm not
but
gonna lie, it took me a second to register. I was like, did Kyle? No, he did not. And then, sure enough,
Ben Brust is my guy.
I love Ben Brust. He's my guy.
Ben Brust is my
classic guy.
I wouldn't do it if I didn't love you, buddy.
Oh, yeah. Whatever you tell yourself.
Who else is a zinger?
oh, that was good.
It's not going to lie. It's hard to come back from that one. You know, you call out your fiance for looking your co-host up and down. You're like, I got nothing back to say.
Is that the new thing? Like, instead of like, what does your mama say? Like, what's your baby mama say?
No,
like,
no, Brad.
Is that what it involves to? So I remember
No,
being like,
Brad, just no.
Tell your mama say hi, kind of thing.
Brad,
What is?
there's no correlation to these at all.
Zero.
This was literally him calling out the fact that my actual baby mama, who is my fiance, looked him up and down.
I know.
And I have to live with that every day when I look him in the eye.
But I felt like that had legs. I felt like that was like the new insult. As you get older, is that the new insult?
No, Brad. I would just say you
Stop
stick to
trying
what
to
you know.
Yeah, just say,
Stick to what
stay
you
in your
know.
lane.
You just say.
Educate me, guys. I don't know these things.
Yeah, what you would have said, you probably would have said, well, your lovely fiance would think a little different.
Be
Huh?
more like Brad.
That's exactly how he would have said it. James the
boy.
Postman, I appreciate it. Gotta say, he's loving the new opening song of Walking on Broken Glass. Love that. Ding, ding, ding. Thanks, Strofe. Strofe's running the show. Hot off Mr. Irrelevant. And Brad is disobeying his wife, Lexi.
Well, I certainly have the opportunity to disobey Lexi because yesterday we were at lovely Maddie's Bar. It was wonderful. Great, very hospitable. They even gave us some swag. And I saw, oh boy, here we go. Kyle got himself a Packer-oriented sweatshirt, which was great. You can see on the stream yesterday, Ben and I got Buffalo Plaid. When I got that, I thought, oh, buddy, am I looking good in Buffalo Plaid? Manly, right? Because we looked it up. Buffalo Plaid is what hunters of buffalo used
I
to
was
wear.
feeling myself, too, in that Buffalo Plaid. I'm not going to lie.
And then when we stayed after, we had a couple teammates that started to question the pattern and say, I don't know about that.
They said it looks like you're wearing a picnic blanket.
Yeah, a picnic blanket or Christmas pajamas.
I didn't like it.
And I was just like, you didn't like the Buffalo Plaid
No,
either?
I didn't like the comments.
Oh, yeah, the comments.
Because
were
Kyle
absurd.
did tell us, like, hey, you guys are rocking it.
I was jealous that they didn't have one in my size.
I know. And so I go home, and Lexi is my pulse for fashion criteria, right? She loves like looking nice herself and just the whole thing. Like very rarely do I ever dress, and
Hey, number 8, your wife's hot.
That's right. They know, the New York Giant fan knows, and I know that Lexi is my benchmark when it comes to fashion. And very rarely, I would say, I would be as bold as saying Never have I ever walked out the door and Lexi said, you can't wear that. Like you're not wearing that. And last night, I came home wearing the sweatshirt, and she's like, what are you wearing? It's like, oh, yeah, what do you think? This super cool new buffalo plaid sweatshirt. And she's like, that's great. You're not wearing that outside the house.
Oh, wow.
She said, you're not wearing that outside the house. You can wear it at home all you want. You're not wearing that outside the house.
See, Brad.
Wow.
So I was like, wait a minute. I can't go to the bonfire and wear this or anything like that. I'm thinking about disobeying Lexi. Doing one of those things where either, hey, just being like, baby.
Ooh, this is a slippery slope for you, Bradley.
My dearest love, Lexi. I'm gonna put my foot down as the man of the house, the man of the house, and I'm gonna wear it. Or it's one of those things where it's like, hey, Brad, it might get a little chilly. Make sure you pack a sweatshirt. And I sneakily pack this one, so it's kind of like a stealth mission. And I go out there. And
That's not being the man of the house.
No,
a stealth mission is not being the man of the house.
So I can honestly say I've never. Anytime Lexi said no, like that doesn't work, you need to try again. I've never not tried again.
Man,
this would be the first time.
Is this the first crisis in your marriage?
First one where I think I'd be willingly disobeying her, like willfully disobeying.
Well,
I'm a little concerned.
Did I not tell you guys during the show, my lovely fiance popped on the YouTube stream, and Strofe, maybe you will have that picture. I know you had FOMO, but it could be a great break screen for us as it is Kyle, Brad, and I after the remote yesterday at Maddie's Bar and Grill, and we took a sweet picture together. And all I know is that would be a great opportunity to show anyone on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee and ESPN Madison, if you're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, to see what the Buffalo plaid looks like. But what I can say is when my fiance was watching us, it looks like you guys are wearing a blanket. Next text, an ugly blanket.
Oh, wow.
Dang.
So Lexi came at you. My fiance came at me.
It ain't right.
And I was like, I'm not gonna lie, I was feeling myself when I had it on. And by the way, I am not like Brad. I will just wear it, and it won't matter. It's not gonna be like a thing.
Even if your
What,
fiancé
Kyle?
goes,
You came home and your baby girl loved it.
Of course, it's me. I mean, of course, I look the best again. What a surprise!
Oh,
Nothing's
Kyle.
changed. This is what it is. I'm sure your ladies looked at me on the stream and said, "Man, why couldn't they pick that nice sweater?" Even though I thought it was nice. I probably would have looked a lot better in it, but it is what it is. You can't control the mannequin sometimes.
Oh, Nick chimes in. He says it looks like Simon Says today.
Someone says, "Shut up, Nick."
Damn,
I will say,
Brad, how you not find that funny? That's amazing.
Well,
Strofe, turn your mic on.
I'm mesmerized so by Kyle's shirt.
It was so good. Simon Says, "Shut up."
It is good. It looks like a children's toy. You know, like a children's toy is very plain colors and it's very colorful usually. It looks like a children's toy.
Yeah, but if I walked into your house with this on, Lexi would say, "Brad, you should wear that." She wouldn't tell me I can't wear it again.
she
What's
wouldn't.
what's worse? No,
absolutely.
that
Send her a
that
picture.
would be even worse.
Send
Send her a picture of that right now.
She would
hey,
say,
babe, can I pull that off?
She wouldn't say I can even.
Kyle, can I wear that?
Send her a picture. You
She
probably
would say,
can't
I'm gonna-
fit it.
I'm gonna
It's-
send this
You're too
picture.
tall.
What size is it?
I think it's probably a medium. For how
I can fit into it.
Okay.
I got longer legs.
See, at least with my buffalo plaid sweatshirt, at least Lexi said you can wear it around the house. If I put that on, Lexi would say that's not even allowed in the Nortman estate.
This is fashion forward and very trendy, but let me give you.
I just want to know if I will look cool or not.
You will look very cool in this. Very, very cool. I'm telling y'all, this is very fashion forward. It's fantastic.
We love you if you're listening in the car, but right now you gotta, if you
Go
can
to
get to
YouTube.
YouTube, you gotta see this shirt because
It's
we
so
literally
wonderful.
did a whole tweet on Kyle looking like the parachute or everything
Ooh, that
from the
shirt.
90s.
I'm looking at myself right now on 1017 The Truth in my polo top. Oh, it looks so good.
Excuse me, you're looking where?
On YouTube.
On what station?
Oh my!
ESPN 94.5 ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube.
100.5 ESPN Madison, 94.5 or 1430 ESPN Beaver
Where
Dam.
does your loyalty lie?
My apologies, okay? I host the whole show for an hour where I tell people to go look at me
You
on
have
YouTube.
3 hours here. If I'm
I
mistaken.
know, but Ben does to tell people to listen to
Oh, Ben
94.5
does all this.
You're
ESPN
getting
Milwaukee
after Ben
94.
today, aren't you? A little bit.
You said what? No,
You're getting after Ben.
no. I'm just saying he's the one who tells people. So when I say it, I was mindlessly thinking about what I need to say, and that just came out. My apologies. 100.5 ESPN Madison, 94.5 ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube, so you can see what I have on. But I want to give you some credit,
Okay, I'm listening.
okay? Because I'm happy and proud of you, and I will applaud you for finally standing up for yourself and standing on business and allowing that toxic masculinity that is in all of us to come out of you, okay? It's about dang time that you stood up and you said, you know what, Lexi, my love of my life, I listen to you 99.9% of the time, but this point one is today. I am wearing my buffalo plaid shirt to bed. I'm wearing it to work. I'm wearing it to church. I'm wearing it to the park. I'm wearing it the hell I want to wear it because I looks good.
I'm not going to lie. I did think of Kyle Wallace when I got the initial rule of you're not wearing that outside the house. Because Kyle has been told that by baby girl. Said, no, you're not wearing that. And he said, forgets you. I'm the man of the house.
That masculinity come through.
Is this Hood Brad?
Yeah.
This ain't Hood Brad.
This is Kyle.
I literally just watched The Office yesterday where it was the Prison Mike episode, and I feel like I'm with Brad Nortman as like Prison Brad.
This ain't Hood. This is Brad standing up for himself.
Yeah,
he said
this is tough Brad.
He said forgets you.
Forgets you.
Oh, I didn't hear that part.
You missed that?
No, but
Forgets you.
That was me as Kyle saying that.
So now you're imitating Kyle to your wife.
Forgets you. That's something what Kyle would say.
I wouldn't say. I would say something else. No, actually, I would never do that to my lovely girl.
Chef Ed, 800-990-3776. He chimes in and says, Kyle looks like a Rubik's Cube.
And Brad looks like the guy that could solve the Rubik's Cube.
Yeah, that is true, too.
Okay.
Are you?
What if you had to say, Kyle, what color shirt are you wearing today? What would you say?
I would say I'm wearing this really unique shirt. It takes you back to the 90s. It's green on
Kyle,
one
what color
sleeve,
shirt
red,
you wearing?
green, red, and blue, and a little bit of orange.
And
what else?
the hood is yellow.
Oh, yellow. Yellow. I'm the rainbow. I for sure forgot it was yellow.
And
a lot.
And the croquet polo logo is white.
There is a lot of color. There's a lot going on.
It's a lot to look at. I'm looking right at
you. You know what else is a lot? Anthony Campanelli. And I can't wait to hear this audio. For those who missed it, the linebackers and run game coordinator of the Green Bay Packers, Anthony Campanelli, is leaving the Green Bay Packers to go where, Strofe?
Duval. Duval.
The Jacksonville Jaguars. So we want to take a trip down memory lane because when he was introduced to the Green Bay Packers as their linebackers and run game coordinator, we played a clip when he was with the Miami Dolphins, and it is just so good. It's so good. And it's actually kind of a big deal. It's a big loss for the Packers because their run defense was a lot better than it's been over the last 4 or 5 years. Anthony Campanelli leaving, but we revisit his electric audio from Hard Knocks next.
Duval.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN.
Kyle, I love you.
Can't say the same.
That's fair.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
The 11th annual Big Cheese Classic is coming. On February 8th and 9th, this wheelchair basketball tournament brings top talent from across the nation to Wisconsin. Powered by the Wisconsin Adaptive Sports Association, this exciting event at Pewaukee High School promises to be a thrilling showcase of athleticism, competition, and inspiration. For more information, please call 262-613-7040 or email melissa@wasa.org.
Ready to tackle your home improvement project this winter? Exterior Pros and Baths is here to help you score big with quality home exterior and shower upgrades. As a 5-time President's Club Award winner, Exterior Pros is not playing around. With flexible financing, it's never been easier to invest in your home without breaking the bank. Get started today and save $2,000. Visit extpros.com or call 262-800-4274. That's 262-800-4274. Trust the pros and kick off your home transformation today.
If you love designer brands and you love clearance, then you're going to love this. Macy's is having a huge designer clearance event right now with incredible new designer markdowns on cold weather styles from BCBG, Hugo Boss, Michael Kors, and more. How big are the markdowns? How about Coach boots for $200 or less? So if you're looking for the things you love all in one place, come in and shop the designer clearance event at Macy's today. Savings off already reduced prices. Exclusions apply.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting great candidates? It seems impossible to find them. Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go. ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
It's party time at Cousins Subs. For a limited time only, Cousins is bringing back their famous 2-foot party subs. Whether it's for a big game, family gathering, or work celebration, Cousins 2-foot party sub is sure to be a crowd pleaser. Choose from the club, ham and provolone, Italian special, or turkey. Each party sub is just $39.99, feeds 5 to 8 people, and requires 24-hour notice to order. Order today through February 9th in store, online, or on their app. Cousins Subs. We believe in better.
Hungry? Quick Trip's got you. Food's here, and it's hot and ready. Check out our appetizers, like crispy tornadoes, packed with bold fillings that'll keep you coming back for more. And experience Quick Trip Zesty Mini Tacos. Bite-sized, big flavor, and totally irresistible. No dinner plans? Take home and bake a freshly made Cheese Mountain Pizza. So easy and delicious. Fuel up at your ultimate destination for snacks and meals that hit the spot. Only at Quick Trip.
When you don't compromise on the court, you shouldn't compromise off of it either. Lose the calories, not the taste. Michelob Ultra, superior light beer. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Michelob Ultra Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri. Copyright 2024.
Hey, Bucks fans, enjoy Michelob Ultra at Maddie's Bar and Grill, Papa Stash, Tavern on 6, Joe Cat's Pub, Camp Bar Wauwatosa, Maxwell's, Thirsty Buck, State Street Pizza, and Stenny's Lake Country. Michelob Ultra, proud sponsor of the Milwaukee Bucks.
Hey, this is Brad Nortman, here to tell you about my friends at Bank 5-9. Everywhere I go throughout the area, I see Bank 5-9, and it's no wonder why. Not only do they have 14 branch locations, but their employees spend nearly 9,000 hours each year volunteering in the communities that they serve. That's on top of the financial support that they provide to several hundred nonprofits right here in southeastern Wisconsin. If you're looking for a true local community bank, check them out today at bank59.com. Member FDIC.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Ben Brust, Kyle Wallace, Brad Nortman with Alex Strofe running the show. KBN Nation at the Carbless Talk and Text line 800-990-3776. Bill in Elkhorn chimes in. Saw the picture of you guys, and the survey says your ladies were right. That is not fashionable.
Really?
Yeah. Figured a guy from Elkhorn would appreciate a couple of dudes and some buffalo.
Yeah.
What is it? Buffalo plaid?
Buffalo plaid.
Yeah, you're right. If Elkhorn isn't loving it, then I know probably not the best.
Yeah. they know their buffalo plaid in Elkhorn. Who's on the board in Madison? Just out of curiosity.
Uh-oh.
How's it going?
Oh!
Hey! Chrissy?
Yes, this is Chrissy.
Are you clear to talk?
Yes, Ryan's here with me, so...
Oh! Ryan Wollersheim taking off the training wheels.
We should ask Chrissy, right? I mean, how do you think of the buffalo plaid sweatshirt? Is it a good move or a bad move? Did you see it in any of the break screens?
Are you talking about not the one that Kyle's wearing right now on the screen?
Well, you can comment on how stupid he looks, too.
No, wait, don't lead
No,
the
I like
witness.
Kyle's sweatshirt.
Thank you. See? That's all I care about.
I just want people to not like his outfits.
Actually, a woman who knows fashion appreciates it. Like,
have you met her?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know if we met in person. We contacted on Sundays. We're friends on LinkedIn.
Okay,
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that counts.
Yeah, it totally counts. Thank you, Ryan
Young
Wollersheim.
rising star.
And Chrissy, a young rising star that Kyle is now.
But you asked her if she was clear to talk, and she didn't answer the question. She said Ryan.
No, she said Ryan Wollersheim's next to me, so that's why I was kind of just moving on, to not put her on the spotlight. Because I do want to move to Anthony Campanelli, because this was, we went right to Brad after this, and I want to go right back to Brad again. This is the former Packers linebacker and run game coordinator who's now with Jacksonville.
Duval.
So good. And when we played this, we were all kind of like, is this real? Let's just hear from him in Hard Knocks when he's with the Dolphins.
You're at your best when you're doing things for people you love. all the time you practice, all the time you spend away from the people you love, okay? Our job is on Sunday, literally, to honor those people. That's it. That's our job. To go out there and honor the people you love. Play as hard as you can. Attack the ball like it's some guy running down the street with your mother, your father. I don't know who the my kids, whatever. Like, that will make me out of my mind. There ain't no way that guy's getting away from me. And there certainly ain't anybody getting in my path to block me, to stop me from bringing them back in my life. That ain't gonna happen. Okay? But if you treat it like that all the time, you practice like that, you commit to practicing like that with each other, you're unstoppable. Don't know who the is gonna stop you from doing what you want to do. Everybody understands ass whooping. Okay? I can go to Greece and somebody start getting their ass whooped. We all understand what's happening.
Yep.
Okay? We're all speaking the same language, right? We might not be able to communicate, but if somebody getting their ass kicked, nothing's lost in translation.
Nope.
Okay? All over the world, they speak ass whooping. Okay? To the day you die. Okay? So here's what I'm saying. Let's eliminate that factor. They can't outwork you. Eliminate that, and let's see what the happens. Let the chips fall where they may. Okay? Let's all just commit to each other. That's what we're going to do. Don't stop throwing punches. Don't stop attacking the ball. Don't stop finishing blocks, and then we'll see what happens. All right? Love you guys. Let's go have a great practice.
I want to put a helmet on, boy. Let's go.
I forgot how good that was. Seriously, that is so.
I don't know, man. Because like the fact that I'm laughing right now, I'd be laughing in the room.
It sounds literally like an SNL skit, doesn't it? It does.
I'm motivated.
I forgot how hilarious that was.
I mean, what art is ass whooping is a universal language. That is poetic.
I mean, it is.
But my favorite part is like an hour or
profound.
a minute and 10 seconds, and he's like, so what I'm trying to say is, oh yeah, so what was the last minute 10? Because I just like heard you yell bleep.
When we heard this for the first time, I was like, man, this feels like a pregame speech. Let's take the field and to go have a great practice, right? It's just like a wild look.
Just a Wednesday in August.
Yeah, it's casual. Man, that was so funny. And listen, when we hired Anthony Campanelli as the linebackers coach and run game coordinator last year, and we played that, I thought one of two things. Either this dude's legit, and he's going to turn this whole thing around as far as toughness, run stopping, physical, good linebacker play, or he's a complete fraud and a complete joke. He turned out to be legit. He was completely legit. This is all authentic. So I actually give him a ton of credit for being unashamedly himself, because I haven't seen linebackers hit like that in years for the Green Bay Packers. I haven't seen a run game as efficient. 7th in the NFL, 7th in rushing, when the Packers were always in the 20s or worse in the run game. So Anthony Campanelli turned that was part of the Jeff Hafley, turning that defense around, and that intensity and that grit, I saw that on the field. It's still hilarious, but I saw that on the field, and this is actually going to be a big hole.
Yeah, all we've heard, Jason Wilde, Rob Domofsky, and anyone close to the Green Bay Packers have said this is a key loss for the Green Bay Packers as Anthony Campanelli moves on.
Yeah, I mean, of course he was over the top, but this guy's juiced up, man. Like, he want to play for him. And I think the results that we saw on the football field where Brad just talked about the linebackers, the development of an Edrin Cooper, right? A Quay Walker, who we still feel like has some room to grow, but even maybe a Eric Wilson or Isaiah McDuffie playing well, maybe all that has to do with coaching, right? And then when we just look at the numbers, and statistically speaking, last season, in the 2023 season, I should say, the Packers allowed 4 teams to rush for over 200 yards against them. This year, I don't think they allow one, but the most important thing is this, is when you look at the numbers and you look at the stats. In 2023, before Anthony Campanelli was the run game coordinator, which means he took a lot of his time to watch what the offenses did running the football and how can our defense be put in a position to successfully stop that. In 2023, the Packers allowed 4.4 yards per carry. They allowed 2,181 yards all together on the ground. Then you translate to this year, they only allowed 4 yards per carry, so that's an improvement, which put them in the top 10 for yards per game allowed on the ground, but then they only allow a little under 1,700 rushing yards.
I thought Brad was supposed to be the stat guy.
No, just looking.
No, it's just great.
Yeah, well, you're welcome, but the whole point is this, is that we saw a change, and yes, Jeff Hafley had something to do with that, but I'm sure the intensity and also the intelligence of Anthony Campanelli played a role with that as well, because you basically had a guy on your roster or on your coaching staff that was ready to be a defensive coordinator.
Yeah,
and that's what we're
I
seeing.
believe
That's a
I'd
good
also
thing.
heard reports that if Robert Saleh was not taking the San Francisco 49ers defensive coordinator position, which he had held when they went to a couple Super Bowls, that Anthony Campanelli was looking like he was in line for that gig.
So that's a good thing. And I understand we don't want to lose position coaches. We don't want to lose coordinators. But you all have to understand, if you're losing position coaches, you're losing coordinators, that means you're doing something right. Somebody looks at your roster, they look at your defense, they see the work that you're putting in, and they're saying, oh, yeah, they're doing something right. We want to bring that here.
Yeah,
So
if you would have told me after the way that they gave up 4 200-yard rushers and Joe Barry, that after 1 year of going from the 3-4 to the 4-3, that they would be losing somebody for an upgrade, like from a position coach to a coordinator, I'd be like, damn, there's some good things happening. I think we all agree that Jeff Hafley has done some really good things for this football team that has you excited for whatever this team can put together in the draft and then hopefully in free agency. I don't get my hopes up. But, again, even without that, we saw pieces that are young grow. And I don't sometimes I feel like, we repeat the same people over and over, but at the same time, Evan Williams, you should be excited about. Javon Bullard, you should be excited about. Edgerrin Cooper, obviously, you should be excited about. And why you should be excited?
Brenton Cox.
Yes.
He had flashes, right?
Well,
Lucas Van Ness.
No,
I joke.
Yeah, good coaches will maximize your talent. So, it's up to the GM to get the talent, but a good coach will maximize the talent. And also, they'll inspire you. They'll encourage you. That's literally what encourage means, put courage in someone to go out there and do the job. It feels like that's exactly what Coach Campanelli did. So Jeff Hafley did, right? It felt like he maximized what he had, realized pass rush was a problem, so had to kind of be creative with that. But linebackers, stopping the run, Quay Walker still isn't what you hope for him to be as a first-round draft pick, but it felt like he made some strides.
Yeah, it did.
Isaiah McDuffie was serviceable, and Edgerrin Cooper, a young talent, boy, oh boy, was he maximized.
Hey, remember the Eric Wilson game? Eric Wilson has to get. I'm telling you, this is a big loss. To me, when I look at this, I just feel like it's a big loss because somebody who has that level of intensity, right, and that level of probably respect in a locker room, there's a void because you just can't match that natural intensity that somebody has. Now, they're professionals. A guy's going to come in there. He's going to have his own personality. He's going to coach them up. But, Brad, you can speak to it. Ben as well. You both played at very high levels. There are certain coaches that can start talking, and though you may smile and laugh, you may say, all right, let's go do it, right? He can lighten the mood, or he can get you amped up and ready to go, and obviously he knows how to do the X and O's. So this is going to be a big loss, and I'm interested to see how Jeff Hafley is going to replace him, because now you have 2 different positions that you have to replace. The D-line, you just hired a new guy to come in for that. Now you got to find another new position coach there at the linebacker position.
All I know is I just look forward. How long is this clip, Strofe?
About a minute 40.
If you just got in the car,
so
you just tuned into Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
It's worth one more, isn't it?
It's totally.
On the way out,
all I was looking forward to when doing this segment was listening to this twice. Number one, listening back to the first time hearing it since, I don't know, we played it when he was hired. And then when I heard it once, I was like, oh, there's no way we're ending the segment without hearing from Anthony Campanelli back at Hard Knocks with Miami Dolphins. He's now the defensive coordinator for the Jaguars after leaving the Green Bay Packers as a linebacker and run game coordinator. This is the energy that will be missed inside 1265.
You're at your best when you're doing things for people you love. All the time you practice, all the time you spend away from the people you love, okay? Our job is on Sunday, literally, to honor those people. That's it. That's our job. To go out there and honor the people you love. Play as hard as you can. Attack the ball like it's some guy running down the street
with your wife and kid.
Your father. I don't know who the my kids, whatever. That would make me out of my mind. There ain't no way that guy's getting away from me. And there certainly ain't anybody getting in my path to block me, to stop me from bringing them back in my life. That ain't gonna happen. Okay? But if you treat it like that all the time, you practice like that, you commit to practicing like that with each other, you're unstoppable. Don't know who the is going to stop you from doing what you want to do.
Nobody.
Everybody understands ass whooping. Okay? I can go to Greece and somebody start getting their ass whooped. We all understand what's happening. Okay? We're all speaking the same language, right? We might not be able to communicate, but if somebody getting their ass kicked, nothing's lost in translation. Okay? All over the world, they speak ass whooping. Okay? To the day you die. Okay? So here's what I'm saying. Let's eliminate
here's what I'm saying.
that factor. They can't outwork you. Eliminate that, and let's see what the happens. Let the chips fall where they may. Okay? Let's all just commit to each other. That's what we're going to do. Don't stop throwing punches. Don't stop attacking the ball. Don't stop finishing blocks, and then we'll see what happens. All right? Love you guys. Let's go have a great practice.
All right, love you guys. We'll be right back.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN.
Steph, your biggest strength in life that you bring to this world?
Probably my wife, because she keeps me calm. Even when I'm cursing at the TV during Packers games, I always know I can fall back on her.
That's sweet, man. Who knew KBN Nation with so many simps? Boy, I love this. I love this.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
This is Kevin Moret from Mentality. Men, you're being robbed of your potential. Research shows a shocking 1% annual decline in testosterone levels. That's why building muscle feels impossible and your confidence is at an all-time low. But here's the truth. You're not alone in this uphill battle. Mentality's physician-directed, FDA-approved treatment doesn't just level the playing field. It restores your body's powerful balance. Our patients experience a documented 30% increase in their testosterone levels. Stop struggling and turn this around. Defy the odds and reclaim your masculine edge at mentalityhealth.com/radio.
Football season. Best time of the year and my favorite time of the year. This is ESPN Wisconsin's Brad Nortman. On game days, my favorite teammate is a cold carbless in my hand. Premium cocktails in a can made right here in the great state of Wisconsin. Maybe it's when I'm at the tailgate ahead of kickoff or getting ready at home for the game. Carbless is there. Zero sugar, zero carbs, and gluten-free. Carbless features classic cocktails like margarita, Paloma, and even Moscow Mule, and vodka cocktail flavors like cranberry, lemon, and peach. Find it on your next grocery trip. Carbless. Less is more.
Love is in the air at Potawatomi Casino Hotel, Milwaukee. This February, play to your heart's content in the Love It or Leave It $300,000 game show. Thursday night, you could love your prize or leave it for another. For a chance to cuddle up to thousands in cash and prizes, just play using your rewards card. Get ready to love it or leave it. Only at Potawatomi. Learn more at paysbig.com. Must be 21 and a rewards member to play.
It started with a prediction.
We'll go out there and play basketball and win.
And how many games?
6.
It became the culture.
Chance of Bucks in 6.
Being a Bucks fan means you live and breathe Bucks in 6. Brandon Jennings created the prophecy. Tune into Behind the Bucks, the story of Brandon Jennings on the Bucks Plus audio network. Behind the Bucks is presented by Gallagher, your trusted insurance broker and HR and benefits consultant. Available now on Bucks.com/plus, the Bucks app, and streaming wherever you get your podcasts.
That's for the culture.
Monica, we've got to hand it to you.
You and the design team have outdone yourselves.
Are you talking about the One collection?
Those rings say you are the one.
And they say it symbolically.
Describe the symbols.
Every ring in the One collection should be presented with a special ritual.
What would that ritual be?
You pick up her left hand and you place a kiss on her ring finger.
Rick, you never told me about that part.
Then you show her the tiny red diamond, flush mounted inside the ring, that will forever be in contact with her finger.
Why is it red?
Because that's when the giver says to the one, wherever you go, my heart goes with you.
I give you this kiss. I give you my heart.
The red diamond is a secret symbol of that sacred moment.
The center diamond on the outside of the ring is for the whole world to see.
But the tiny red created diamond inside the ring is only for the two of them.
The One collection of engagement rings is available exclusively at Kessler's.
To find the Kessler's nearest you,
visit KesslersDiamonds.com.
For your little ones and your biggest joys, for your forever true and your fur kids too. For all the reasons you smile, get covered with dental and vision insurance from Delta Dental of Wisconsin and Delta Vision. Support your overall health so you can be your best for those who matter to you most. Call John Saganiak Jr. John Saganiak Jr., Saganiak Planning, 262-783-6161. Saganiak Planning, a name synonymous with employee benefits and top-notch service. The Saganiak Planning Marquette Basketball Greatest Scorers. Career points is nice, but the best way to judge scoring, points per game. Marquette's top 10 points per game. Number 1, Marcus Howard. Then George Thompson, Dwayne Wade, Jim Jones, and Dean Meminger, the top 5. Don Kojas, Mike Moran, Bob Wolf, Terry Rand, and Tom Flynn, the rest of the top 10, got to be above 16 per game to make the list. Over 20 points per game for a career, only Marcus Howard and George Thompson.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
but come alive again.
So on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee and at ESPN Madison, we did just have our Buffalo plaid shirts and sweatshirts that Brad Nortman and myself, Ben Brust, were wearing, that both of our significant others do not approve of.
Yeah, they disapprove of your looks, fellas.
I don't see it.
Well,
I'm serious.
Let
it
me
looks so good.
Relax. Let me get us some help. Okay. Now, we know Bill in Elkhorn said it is not fashionable, but Kevin in Sheboygan stands with the Buffalo plaid, Brad. The problem is you haven't completed the look yet. You got to put on the blue jeans and work boots, go chop some wood in the backyard, then ask Madam Nortman how she feels.
That would get Madam Nortman nice and excited.
And this one's fascinating. Oh, jeez. Hey. David in the 262 chimes in, and I really don't know if he actually knows this Bill in Elkhorn, but he says, I know Bill from Elkhorn.
No way.
Like, do you know a Bill? Is there more than one Bill in Elkhorn? Or do you know this specific Bill from Elkhorn because they're texting each other during the show? I don't know. You guys are going to have to let me know. But David says, Bill from Elkhorn couldn't tell the difference between Buffalo plaid and a Royal Stewart.
Oh, wow. I don't know.
Looking good, boys.
I don't know what that is.
I don't either, but he said looking good, boys.
Is there a whole...
I read that. I did not Ron Burgundy that.
What? You don't know what a Royal Stewart is, though?
I was just trying to get to said looking good, boys. That's the most important part.
Royal Stewart.
Oh, it's a type of plaid. We're fine.
Yeah. It's like the it's almost like, it's Scottish.
Yeah, it's got the blue.
Also very, very classy.
Yeah, you can't wear that. Oh, that jacket, though. I Googled it. There's a nice jacket. Looks like Christmas.
Hey, Mr. Irrelevant. It's time to become relevant. Stroph's time to shine on KBN starts now.
Fellas, you know what's happening on Sunday? One of the biggest days of the year.
Grammys.
You got it. The Grammys coming up.
Look at me, pop culture.
Is this
content.
music?
Yeah, Grammys is music.
What?
I always get confused. Emmys, Grammys,
Oscars.
Oscars are movies. Emmys is TV. Grammys is music.
Really don't have
Now,
much of a
fellas, lot of big artists in the loop for the Grammys this year. So I've taken the justice and the lead on comparing some Grammy-nominated artists to athletes we know and love.
Oh, wow. I love this.
I'm all ears.
Let's start with Shabuzi, known for this song. Shabuzi burst onto the scene this year with
Ben Brust's #1 played Spotify song.
No, that was Stargazing.
This was number 2
this was
or
like
3.
Number 2 or 3, yeah. So this song, incredibly corny. That's really all I need to say. Shabuzi is Russell Wilson, Brad's former teammate. As corny as it gets.
Wow. Disagree.
Corny, corporate, not creative.
No,
Shabuzi is Russell Wilson.
No, if it's a banger, then yeah, I guess that's Russell.
Oh,
but
Strofe, you don't know your country music.
Your country or rap?
This is not rap,
fusion.
it's country.
It's a fusion. It's a nice blend, I think. Yeah.
It's not rap, it's country.
So let's move on. You guys familiar with Chapel Roan? H-O-T-T-O-G-O, this song?
I hate this.
I don't know
Yeah, she looks really very goth.
Are you going to get to the chorus here?
Yeah, Chapel Roan burst onto the scene kind of out of nowhere. Nobody really knew who Chapel Roan was.
Is this like a one-hit wonder?
Chapel Roan had 3 songs that were some of the most listened to in America this year. 3 songs of the summer. Chapel Roan is Edgerrin Cooper bursting onto the scene, winning Defensive Player of the Week twice, really becoming what many think could be a star for years and years to come, just like Chapel Roan. Chapel Roan is Edgerrin Cooper.
Wow.
Nice.
Why didn't you play the good song that everyone knows?
Everyone knows Good Luck, babe. This is up for Song of the Year.
I've never heard this song.
I've never even heard of this one.
I've never heard of Chapel
You've heard
Roan.
Hot to Go, haven't you?
Is it Chapel Roan?
Chapel Roan, yes.
I don't think I've heard Hot to Rome.
Hot to Go?
What is
Hot
this?
to Go.
This is Sabrina Carpenter.
Oh, that's
Please,
my girl.
please by Sabrina
What
Carpenter.
is this? Oh, that's my girl.
I don't know this song, but she got another song I played from Strofe. It's a good one.
Espresso, yes.
No, not Espresso. Something with Bed.
Oh, yeah,
Kim.
that's
Oh,
right.
Bad Kim. Bad Kim. Something. I don't know. Some Kim.
That's my
his
girl.
though. That's his girl, though. Sabrina Carpenter, Child Star, right? Was on Disney Channel.
Really?
And then this
Didn't know
year,
that.
And then this year, going ahead and releasing all these great songs that are topping the charts, but had to wait her turn. Sabrina Carpenter's short in love as he continues to evolve into superstardom, as does Sabrina Carpenter. Kind of a second act, right? Love sat behind Rogers for a few years, and they got to show the world his face. Sabrina Carpenter, Disney Channel, to superstar.
Can I interject?
Okay,
Yes,
I like
go
that
ahead.
one.
Y'all, we're old. Because you know how growing up as a kid, your parents would be like, who is that? What is that? Bro, I'm telling you, without being around Strofe and Madison 24, that's her name?
Madison Hayes 24?
Madison Hayes 24 on Instagram. If I was not around them, I would not know who both of those people were.
Dude, I'm
serious.
I wouldn't know
Madison 24.
any of this.
Well, you'll know who
You're
this is,
you're a
despite
special
not
person.
knowing who's playing the flute.
Wait, let me see if I can.
Oh, is this Andre 3000?
This is Andre 3000
This is
from Outkast.
nominated for a Grammy?
The whole album is, yeah.
It wasn't bad.
I only know the
Andre
Roses song.
3000, obviously Roses, Miss Jackson with
Oh, of course, yeah, Miss
Outkast.
Jackson.
Nah. Most famously known in Four Brothers.
The movie, not
movie.
Four Brothers.
Okay, I'm not familiar. But regardless, Andre 3000, right? Outkast, rapper, Atlanta hip-hop, known for all that, but now reinventing himself, kind of a second act of sorts, playing the flute. Did a full
He's playing this?
Yes,
Yes. He did a full flute album.
Like,
Wow.
Right, so a little experimental, kind of going out of his comfort zone a little bit.
Don't know the sports comp to this
Been
one.
around a long time.
Aaron
People
Rodgers?
Going, Aaron Rodgers is
Wow.
Andre 3000.
Insult to Andre 3000.
It is.
I can't believe he's playing the flute.
Why not? He's a talented individual.
That's unbelievable.
Yeah.
That's incredibly talented.
Any more?
I like it, Stroh.
I've got one left.
All right.
Nobody has been nominated for more Grammys
Pat Mahomes.
than Beyonce. But Beyonce in 2024 kind of reinventing herself, right? Switching over to country music. Like our beloved king Giannis, who added a mid-range jump to his game
wasn't
in
expecting
2024.
this.
Two all-time greats who aren't done evolving yet. Beyonce is Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Wow. That's good. This is a
Kyle's
good
just
song,
dancing
too.
for us.
Man, this is a good album. You know what? At first, I was like
good
anti
album.
the album.
Are you doing the chicken dance?
He looks like he just like stumbled
Kyle
around
can
the
dance, but he
do-si-do.
can't
He's like quacking his elbows, almost like he's doing the chicken dance.
What I knew to Cotton Eye Joe.
So, what do we think? Beyonce, Giannis, similarities?
I thought it was like Brady. For
I will
Beyonce's
say
much better than Giannis.
this was a really good segment for me because I didn't know any of these people other than Andre 3000.
Yeah, I was educated.
And Beyonce, but like I didn't know that she had a country song.
You a lie.
You a lie.
You a lie.
You a lie.
That song was just playing. You ever heard that song before?
No.
What?
Wow.
What? So what do
I
you
thought
do?
I was living under
What do you
I
do?
like it.
It's a great song.
So you just
I don't listen to music.
Yes, you do though, because you had Shabuzi. You said was your number 2 song.
Yeah, because he's a corny white dude.
I'm Russell Wilson.
He's Russell Wilson.
And we know he likes Walking on Broken Glass.
Yeah, but it's like from the 80s.
Yeah, I know.
In the
So you
early
listen-
90s.
You do listen to music.
But I don't.
So what are you gonna do to keep up with your wonderful daughter and all her music listens?
I really don't have a choice. There's Taylor Swift on every Saturday
Well, let me
morning when
help
I wake
you.
up.
If she ever say, if she already talk about, oh yeah, turn that sexy red on, you snatch that from her. Turn it off immediately. My little girl, my boy, little girl ain't gonna be listening to that smut.
Is that Ratchet?
Oh, it's more than Ratchet. It's more than Ratchet.
There's more than Ratchet. Ratchet's not the highest degree
I'm gonna play
of
a song
ratchetness.
for you with Sexy Red and Bruno Mars. Sexy Red has brought Bruno Mars to the dark side. I'm gonna play this song during the break, and you gonna just your mouth is gonna drop. Keep the break screen off. His mouth is gonna drop.
Ben's wish list number 5 to round out the week is next.
Sorry, I had soda go through my nose there.
Yeah, I can see you were struggling.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
Listen, Diana, that's her name. Listen. We all about positive manifestation. I like you, Diana. All it is
Dirty
negative.
Diana.
Criticize.
Dirty Diana.
I love you, Kyle.
Love you too, girl.
I love you, Kyle.
I love you too. That's what I'm talking about. The real Packer Nation
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com. With Wilde and Tausch, you won't miss a play.
Romeo. This 3-syllable, you have to take the O out of the equation. That's too easy.
Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
Iota, right? Not one iota. Iota.
Yeah. That's only 4 letters.
Weekdays from 9 to noon.
Let's pretend you're a first-time listener to Wilde and Tausch. What the hell is this? They're discussing syllables.
On 94.5 ESPN, the Wisconsin On Demand app, and at ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube.
Hey, this is Brad Nortman, here to tell you about my friends at Bank 5-9. Everywhere I go throughout the area, I see Bank 5-9, and it's no wonder why. Not only do they have 14 branch locations, but their employees spend nearly 9,000 hours each year volunteering in the communities that they serve. That's on top of the financial support that they provide to several hundred nonprofits right here in southeastern Wisconsin. If you're looking for a true local community bank, check them out today at bank59.com. Member FDIC.
Wisconsin Indoor Golf Center is hosting another Scramble tournament with $750 in cash prizes available. Hey ESPN Milwaukee, this is Gary Ellison, and Wisconsin Indoor Golf Center invites you to play in a two-man scramble at Pebble Beach, all from their comfortable golf simulators. Grab a friend and sign up today at wisconsinindoorgolfcenter.com. The tournament costs $120 per pairing and is happening now through January 31st. Your winter chance to play Pebble Beach awaits. WisconsinIndoorGolfCenter.com.
Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
They treated me like family.
They're actually people that you can depend on. They made me feel seen. They really treated me like I was a part of their family, a part of their team.
They ask how you're doing, how you're feeling.
They're just so welcoming and so sweet and kind.
It's like family, caring about another member of the family.
If you've been injured, it costs you nothing to see if Gruber Law Offices can help.
American Family Insurance is a lot like Captain America. He protects the world.
It's just doing my job.
And we help protect your dreams with amazing auto and home coverage. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com. And see Marvel Studios' Captain America: Brave New World.
Suit up. We need to move.
In theaters February 14th. This film is not yet rated.
Products not available in every state. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Fisco is always there for your auto body care. When accidents happen, Fisco Auto Body on Forest Home in Franklin is there when you need them. Got a broken mirror? They'll take care of it. Dented bumper? Scratch paint? Fisco Auto Body will take care of it. If there's any damage you need fixed, Fisco has you covered. Their expert workmanship is guaranteed for the life of your vehicle. So stop in for all of your auto bumps and dings. Once again, you know the line. That's Fisco.
Wisconsin is still cattle country. And that's why Bunzel's chose to stay close to home to hand-select the finest beef. Quality goes into everything they do, from Bunzel's expansive array of meats, homemade specialty sausages, and their award-winning beef jerky. It just isn't a proper holiday meal without Bunzel's top-quality cuts on the dinner table. Tasting is believing. Visit Bunzel's at 90th and Burleigh or bunzels.com.
Dr. Aaron Holtebeck and his team at Holtebeck Eye Center make vision care a top priority. They are your premium provider for eye care and corrective eye surgeries. Dr. Holtebeck has been helping local patients with their eye care needs for over 20 years. Dr. Nausheen Abbas joined the Holtebeck Eye Center team last September, and her practice philosophy is to provide patient-centered medicine by giving all options. Located in Brookfield near the corner of Calhoun and Capitol. Learn more about their services at holtebeck.com.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
I'm sorry, Miss Jackson. Ooh, I am for real. Never meant to make your daughter cry. I apologize a trillion times. I'm sorry, Miss Jackson.
Hanging with you on a Friday.
Brad, you like the song?
What song?
The Bruno Mars Sexy Red song that I won't say the title of.
I am in a state of shock. A lot for the senses.
It was.
I need to reevaluate where we are as a society.
I saw your shoulders moving, though. You like the beat.
Moving whatsoever.
I saw his face.
He was as
locked
stiff
in.
as a ball.
Yeah,
My face went white.
He felt uncomfortable.
I was even whiter than usual. Pretty shocked.
Well, that's what I said. If anybody's children listen to Sexy Red,
that's Bruno Mars.
Grab it out of their hands and say, never again.
Never again.
Now I can double stamp that recommendation. You take that out of their hands.
There you go.
Not in this household.
I could be a good parent, good uncle.
There's a difference between the two, and it's very, very vastly wider.
JB probably thinks he's a great uncle. He could be a dad, too. Well, he is.
My point is I was an uncle of 12 before I had a kid, and being an uncle of 12 prepares you nothing for having a child. I can promise you that.
We'll find out one day for me.
Yeah. I can't wait to see Kyle as a dad.
Can't wait to see Kyle as a dad.
I'm be stressed. I'm coming here stressed.
No, you're going to be a great dad.
Oh, that baby came crying. She was crying nonstop. Just stop.
No. You know what?
I think he's going to change.
I can do without you having kids because, oh, man, you're going to be so
tired and grumpy. Oh, I already know.
We're going to have to pick up the pieces. 800-990-3776 is the Carbless talking text line. Lists is more. Ben Brust here with Kyle Wallace, Brad Nortman, and Alex Strofe running the show. Time now to get to wish number 5.
Now, a look at Ben Brust's off-season wish list. Wish number 5.
All right, folks. All right, guys.
All right, guys.
I felt like Brad when I said all right, folks. Here's what we're going to propose for wish number 5. It's not as tangible, I'd say, as the first 4 wishes, but it is my wish list, so I do whatever I please with my wish list. As I look up and down the NFL, it's becoming more and more of a must to have this in your repertoire as a quarterback. Guesses, anybody?
Audibling?
No. Kyle?
Weapons? I don't know.
Strove?
Repeat the question?
What are you finding necessary to have in your repertoire as a quarterback?
Running.
The ability to use your legs. Ding, 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 ding. We saw it in the AFC and NFC divisional rounds. We saw it in the NFC and AFC championship games. The quarterbacks that were in the Final Four, Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes. Then you go to the other side, Jalen Hurts. And why am I blanking on who the Philadelphia Eagles beat? Jaden Daniels. Jordan Love needs to be sent to a plyometrics camp.
Oh, wow.
I'm telling you.
Speed and agility?
Yeah, I'm telling you. Like, get him on the ladder. Let's get this guy on the ladder. Work on the feet. I know he's coming off of injury, but I want him to be able to pick up first downs with his legs. Doesn't mean you're putting yourself in harm's way. It just means you're adding more to your game. He's a pure pocket passer. He's been that since he came out of high school, since he came out of college. It's always been Jordan Love in the pocket, and he likes to do the bounce, the bounce, the bounce, the bounce. How about the bounce and go? How about a little rollout action where they might be able to make some plays? Like I know he's hurt, but more so than anything, send him to plyometrics camp and work on the agility, work on the speed, because you need to add that extra element of your game. You don't need to be running for 600 yards. I'm talking 450, right? Just enough to keep the defense honest. Because what do we know watching the Green Bay Packers? We have watched so many running quarterbacks run around us, and you're like, damn, I wish we had that. And then we got to sniffle Malik Willis. We're like, damn, that was kind of nice. Then we brought Jordan Love back, and we never really got that run game, the dual threat run game that they had with Willis and Jacobs. I want Jordan Love to work on that speed and pick up some more first downs. What do you guys say for my different wish number 5?
I like it. Here's why I like it. If you have to introduce another layer for Jordan Love that the defense has to defend against, it's really going to strain their ability to cover everybody else. Right now, the defense doesn't even have to think about Jordan Love. Don't even worry about a spy. Don't even put eyes on him. That's why, like, the very rare times he does run, it's like a wide open field. And guys, it's not even like you're asking him to run that much. When I'm seeing, like, even guys like, Purdy and Burrow.
Purdy,
for sure,
he does it all the time. Like, damn.
He has his eyes downfield, and he can identify, there's no spy on me. Everyone's backs are to me. I got 20 yards open field, I'm going to go. So whether it be one RPO a game, one bootleg, and a couple times where it's like keep your eyes downfield to run, that will make it so much harder to defend Jordan Love. It'll allow every other part of the game to open up. And we're not talking 8 times a game. Four runs a game for 40 yards. That over the course, even that would be a lot, 30 yards. That over the course of the season, 400, 500 yards. Those are more than even just defending. It comes usually in very opportune moments. Mahomes does this the best. He is a great primary pocket passer. When he needs to use his legs, he goes and gets it, and it always comes in a needed
Per
first down.
Josh DiMaggio, who joined me on the weekly wager before those AFC and NFC championship games, we were all over talking about the Patrick Mahomes over rushing attempts, and it hit ASAP. Because these quarterbacks know that if things break down, the default is I want to take control of the game and help my team win. And Jordan just doesn't have that next level. He just hasn't shown it. And I want him to work on it.
Yeah, and I think we talk about Jordan Love taking shots down the field. I think sometimes he maybe take a little less shots down the field and be able to utilize those legs to pick up yards. And Brad, you talked about what we saw other teams do. I just think about Caleb Williams this year. Caleb Williams didn't throw the ball very well against the Green Bay Packers. They didn't ask him to do much. But I do remember I believe it was the first game, he was able to use his legs to pick up first downs, right? That is another threat that other teams have to defend. And then when I think back to watching Malik Willis with the Green Bay Packers, Malik Willis played in less games than Jordan Love, but had more rushing attempts, and he also had more rushing yards. In a game where he came in against the Titans, he went for 73 yards rushing on 6 attempts. The game against Jacksonville, where the Packers were up in the game and then they had to come back and win the game, he utilized his legs again for that. And so overall, the Green Bay Packers are a much more versatile, robust offense when they just have another threat. If you have to concern yourself about Josh Jacobs getting a football, if you have to concern yourself about Jordan Love being able to get that, extra 4 yards to pick up a first down on third down, that makes that offense much more lethal. They're going in the right direction, but if Jordan Love can untap his ability to be a threat on the ground, the Green Bay Packers will be even more harder to defend. So I am looking forward to Jordan Love potentially tapping into that part of his game that he has not utilized. He isn't the best athlete, but he's a more than capable athlete. We saw it in the game against Philadelphia. He ran and almost picked up a first down on like 3rd and 13, right?
Yeah.
So that is something that can be a great element that he can add to make the Packers that much better.
We want to know your wishes. All right, I've given you 5 wishes. Wish number 1.
Wish number 1.
Spin the block with Devontae Adams, and we will get to that in a little bit because he put out an Instagram story with some green and gold shoes in his car.
Wish number 2.
Trade a first-round pick for a proven pass rusher that can help this team since, Goody, you stink at first-round picks.
Wish number 3.
Resign Brandon McManus.
Wish number 4.
What did I say yesterday?
That was John.
Help him. Or do.
I didn't hear anything. I swear to God. So let me brainstorm. Yesterday, Maddie's Bar and Grill. Wish number 4. All right, hint?
No.
Whoa!
Good job, Brad.
Easy, Brad. Come on, guys. Hint.
Think hard about it. What do you think you would change?
Football team.
Yeah. Green Bay.
Packers. Brian Gutekunst.
He drafted him.
Oh, we got to get rid of Jair.
There it is.
Wish number 5.
And wish number 5, what did I say today?
Look at the paper.
Jordan Love needs to learn how to use his legs to help this team go further.
I've seen a lot of cartoons and movies where a genie comes out of a bottle to grant 3 wishes. I've never seen anybody go, what did I want again? What was that? What was the wish I asked for?
Guys, I'm a little sick right now. Derwin chimes in. Yeah, feel bad for me. Wah. The ability to read a defense for Jordan Love.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, what are your wishes? 800-990-3776. We want to hear from you on the Carbless Talk and text line. If you could have one wish for the Green Bay Packers this offseason, what would your wish be? We'll hear from you in 2 minutes. Next.
Bring in the new year at your local Milwaukee Metro Region Kunis Auto Group dealerships. If it's the new year, it's time for a new ride. So plan on driving into 2025 in style at a Kunis Auto Group dealership near you. Your Milwaukee Metro Region Kunis dealerships feature America's best-selling brands from both Buick and GMC, all at nearby locations in Oak Creek and Greenfield. During January, every remaining new 2024 vehicle plus thousands of select pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs are all being discount price to sell. We've got to make immediate room for hundreds of incoming new 2025s, as well as hundreds of fresh trade-ins from the holiday season. We're paying top values on all trades, no matter what the mileage or condition. Don't forget to check out individual dealership websites for pre-owned vehicles super specials. Plus, January service specials on everything from oil changes, tires, and brakes. Ring in big New Year savings at your nearby Milwaukee Metro Region Cunis Auto Group dealerships, or shop online at shopcunis.com.
Guys, let's talk about something important. That's you. Hey, it's Brad Nortman. Taking care of your health and appearance isn't just about looking good. It's about feeling strong, confident, and ready to take on the world. At Quintessa Aesthetic Center, they make it easy. With experts in advanced skincare, body contouring, and anti-aging treatments, Quintessa's here to help you stay sharp and at your best. Trust me, when you look good, you feel even better. So why wait? Visit myquintessa.com and take the first step toward a more confident you.
Love is in the air at Potawatomi Casino Hotel, Milwaukee. This February, play to your heart's content in the Love It or Leave It $300,000 game show. Thursday night, you could love your prize or leave it for another. For a chance to cuddle up to thousands in cash and prizes, just play using your rewards card. Get ready to love it or leave it. Only at Potawatomi. Learn more at paysbig.com. Must be 21 and a rewards member to play.
Tune in to KBN every day at 2 o'clock. Kyle, Brust, and Nortman. 94.5 ESPN is WKTI and WKTI HD, Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station.
Broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studio at the Avenue in downtown Milwaukee. This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman. KBN on ESPN Wisconsin. Here's Kyle Wallace, Ben Brust, and Brad Nortman.
The debate rolls on and has nothing to do with the Green Bay Packers. It has everything to do with whose shirt is uglier. Kyle Wallace in his 1990s parachute red, blue, green, yellow, orange, white sweatshirt.
I don't think this should be an ugly debate.
Or Ben and Brad wearing buffalo plaid. I would consider my fiance very stylish. Mm-hmm. Like she's very.
I would say so.
Cool. She seems to.
Indeed. Oh.
Cool. 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 Cool.
I think she's fashionable.
I think she has a good, keen eye for things that look well.
Yeah.
Cool. Look good. I'm going to murder you. And so does Lexi Nortman.
Mm-hmm.
And she chimed in on the personal talk and text line about Kyle's shirt in comparison to the buffalo plaid shirt that Brad and I were wearing.
She sure did. So I sent her a picture of Kyle Wallace, arms outstretched, trying to look as debonair and stylish as he possibly could. I said simply, what's worse, buffalo plaid or this shirt? And she said, that one that Kyle's wearing. And there's more.
Oh, wow.
Simply can't work with that. At least your buffalo plaid shirt I could work with if need be. Can't work with that.
Bro, she's trying to make you as square as possible. She's trying to she's trying to make you put you in a box. That's what she's trying to do. She's trying to make you just be like, oh, not edgy or anything like
Kyle,
that. Kyle,
she's the only one in our panel that was a model. She literally
not true. I modeled for Spalding, the basketball company.
Also, I modeled for Prestige Photo right here. Matter of fact, when you were in high school, you probably got a little pamphlet from Prestige Photo of me.
Did you get paid?
With free photos.
I modeled for my orthodontic company when I was 13.
So she ain't the only model around this mug. How about that?
I stand by Lexi Nortman, First Lady of the Nortman Estate, saying you can't even work with that for Kyle Wallace.
No, I think this is more reflective of you and not me. I think she thinks this is a great shirt, but she said, you can't rock it. That's a you thing, Brad.
Wishes for the Green Bay Packers on the Carbless Talk and Text line 800-990-3776. I don't want to listen to these two bicker about what looks better on one person than the other. Stevie says, as he's been saying for the last month, he wants to stop all the celebrating for getting a first down, making a tackle, breaking up one pass, and I'm tired of celebrating mediocrity. Dance in the end zone if you must.
I mean, scoring for a touchdown sure would be a good reason to do it.
Yeah, I'm with it.
As long as it's warranted, I'm good with it.
Yeah, I am too.
David chimes in. My wish would be significant reduction in dropped passes. This grows Love's confidence as will all our... Strofe, help me out. This grows Love's confidence as well as the pass catchers. David in Mount Pleasant.
That's good.
I agree.
You guys gonna throw some wishes? I put 5 wishes together.
Well,
to no help of you guys.
I'm going to agree with the Tay wish. That's my number one wish. I want to see Devontae Adams back in the green and gold. It helps the Packers establish these young receivers, teach them what it's like to and what it looks like to be a number one wide receiver. And you have your number one wide receiver solved. Maybe you could get him back on a slight discount. That would be very nice. 2 to 3 years would be perfect with Tay. My other wish. I got to see those penalties go down, guys. This is an undisciplined...
That's a good one.
It's an undisciplined...
Dang it.
It's an undisciplined...
How could you didn't share that with me?
I just thought of it. It's an undisciplined football team. Penalties reflect that. If you are a clean football team that execute well, you don't need to have penalties in order to make the play. This team, it finds itself out of position, uncoached, and in bad situations. That's why they need to penalize to try to equalize the play. I want to see less penalties out of this team. So I can't tell you how many times, big play, it's coming back on a penalty. Oh, here we go, defensive stop, penalty first down. It's killer, it's backbreaking. Enough with the penalties.
Yeah, for me, overall, when I look at this football team, Ben, I think your list was fantastic. I agree about Tay. I agree we need to be better. But one thing I think about is the leader of this football team, Matt LaFleur. My wish list is that Matt LaFleur not only finds but sticks to an identity, right? I want Matt LaFleur to know exactly who this football team is, whether you're down or whether you're up. We're not concerned about one game we're getting Jaden Reed the ball 20 times out the backfield, then another, or I shouldn't say 20, a couple times out the backfield or trying to focus on him, and then another game he's only getting 2 targets. Let's find an identity. Let's find some consistency, and let's stick with that, Matt LaFleur. And then when I look at the Green Bay Packers, my wish list is that the Packers invest in defense. I understand that the offense had issues with drops. Yeah, the Packers invest.
It's what they do. You shouldn't have to be scared that they're going to do that.
No,
they're going to do that.
I'm talking about we find ourselves a pass rusher. We find ourselves a new cornerback. How much we don't trust the first round and drafting from Goody. Goody, get yourself a guy that has been a baller in college. A baller, like a multi-year starter, where his ceiling may not be as high as what you may want, but you know he can come in, he's a plug-and-play guy that can be a contributor on this football team. The Packers are not that far away from championship caliber team, but you got to find a pass rusher, you got to find a corner, and you got to find more consistency with Matt LaFleur. So for my wish list, it falls on the lap of Matt LaFleur, having identity and sticking to it, right? And then also with Goody actually investing in having a sense of urgency for this football team. If both of those things happen, the Packers are in the conversation of NFC Championship and Super Bowl next year.
800-990-3776. Keep it coming with your wishes. If you were granted one wish for the Green Bay Packers this offseason, how would you grant that wish? Alex Strove hanging out in the back there with executive producer Ash.
It's falling apart, folks.
Wow,
falling
man.
apart.
What do you
All
need?
because I cooled his fiance.
Rattled.
I am a little rattled. What are you guys doing
We
back
got
there?
schooled
By the producer.
Well, we're working on, we've got a little bit of a delay on our YouTube stream, so we're working on that. Also is just filling in executive producer Ashton Rotman is how you say his name, by the way, Ben. We're going to be hearing, at least on 94.5 ESPN Milwaukee, from Debbie Lazaga, who does our traffic reports. Guess what she was wearing right now?
Buffalo plaid.
You got it.
Oh,
yeah!
Let's go. Debbie knows.
No, we shouldn't.
Like Debbie. Want to be like Debbie.
I don't want to hurt Debbie's feelings if Debbie finds out what our fiance and wives had to say about the Buffalo plaid.
Well,
they said that about us.
They didn't like the Buffalo
sure Debbie
plaid.
can pull it off well.
I'm sure she does pull it off well.
All right, so I need to think of a great sound effect for this because once a day, at any moment during Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, do you have the Go Pack Go?
Go, Pack, go!
Kyle has been holding out on a Strofe.
What do you mean?
Did you hear about this?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh.
Yeah, one of my many great Christmas gifts. I was so busy I forgot to grab it off the table, and baby girl said, Kyle, are you ever going to take this calendar that I got you, right? It's a Green Bay Packers.
We're a month in already.
Please tell me it's trivia.
It is 2025 sports calendar. So not only does it tell me what day it is.
Please tell me trivia.
I didn't know today was Friday, January 31st, so I had to look at my handy-dandy calendar. But also, as part of this, there is trivia to it.
Yes!
Packers
We're going to do this
trivia.
every day.
Green Bay
How happy are you?
I'm going to smoke you two.
Hang on.
Turn the music on. Because we're gonna get caught up. We're
gonna get caught up?
We're gonna quickly do this week.
Let's do this as a team to get caught up.
Yeah, we're gonna quickly do this week because I messed up and we missed out. So the first question on January 27th, the trivia question was: the Packers capped an early season 3-game winning streak in 2022 with a 27-24 win in overtime against what visiting AFC team in Week 4?
2022
AFC.
Been Rodgers last year.
In overtime.
Oh, it's the New England Patriots. That was the day Paul Chris was fired.
Final answer?
Well, no, that was in October though. That was in October,
no. He
so
said
that would've been
AFC
before.
South.
AFC.
Did you say you said Week 4?
Week 4 against the AFC.
So it wasn't New England then? Because that was October. Wait, no, it was. When did Paul Chris get fired? Because that was an overtime game.
Ben, when did you get Paul Chris? Ben, when did you
East?
get Paul Chris fired? What do you remember wearing?
I think it was October 1st.
Okay,
It felt like October.
I'm good with it. It's the New
It
England
felt like
Patriots.
October?
It's
Ding,
the New
ding,
England
ding.
Patriots.
That is
October
correct.
2nd was the Patriots. That's right.
There it is. Next, kicker Mason Crosby posted a team leading 112 points for the Packers in 2022 on... Oh, that was the fact. Sorry.
Working the kinks
That
out.
wasn't trivia. Baby, I'm sorry. I didn't open this yet. All right. What Pro Football Hall of Fame offensive lineman took on emergency kicking duties for the Packers midway through the 1962 season?
Hell.
It's either Jerry Kramer or Fuzzy Thurston.
Oh, my boy. Strofe is cooking.
Is hot.
Strofe is cooking. All right, here's the last one. Trivia for the day.
Is this today's date?
This is today's date, January 31st, trivia for the day. What Packers offensive lineman earned his second career Pro Bowl berth in the year of 2022?
Elton Jenkins.
Yeah, Elton.
Yep.
Strofe is smart. Elton Jenkins.
How about that?
I know my Packers, boys.
You know your Pack. You even knew Jerry
Even
Kramer.
1962.
And Fuzzy Zeller.
I don't know
Thurston.
Fuzzy
Thurston.
Who is Fuzzy? Why is he Fuzzy?
He played alongside Jerry. I think
D-line?
No,
Obviously.
offensive.
Or offensive line.
How do
What do
you
you
know
say? So, Strofe, you know how I've had a big issue with the way that Kyle opens the show when I toss it to him and he goes, hey, it's hump day.
Yeah, today's Freaky Friday.
I think he should have to do the trivia question for the day every day we open the show.
But what if there's not a trivia question out there?
Well, I mean,
Well,
there's
What if it's just a fact?
I missed a whole month.
What if it's just about Mason Crosby?
he missed a whole month, and there's weekends that he can go back to.
If it's a fact, he could always omit the name and just say this player kicked this many field goals.
That takes
and blah,
planning.
Blah, blah.
I have to plan for that.
Yeah,
Obviously,
you gotta think quickly.
Yes, I do.
I know what Brad's got planned, and that's a delicious, delicious drink that's waiting for him in the Nortman fridge at the Nortman estate.
Ooh, that's exactly right. Because it's a Friday, baby. Friday means work week over. I get to go home, the Nortman estate, go down to the fridge that is full of Carbless. That's right. You guessed it. Carbless is all in the Nortman fridge. I'm going to enjoy it tonight. I'm going to get back, kick my shoes up, and be able to crack that Carbless. It is whatever I'm doing, whether I be hanging out tonight on a Friday night, watching the big game in a couple of weeks, or just relaxing with friends and family. Carbless is always in my hands. It's my constant companion. It is everything I'm looking for when it comes to a ready-to-drink cocktail. I got to work out this morning. I try to eat healthy. That is Carbless checking the box for me for a guilt-free experience. Gluten-free, carb-free, sugar-free. That means guilt-free, 100 calories per can, made right here in the great state of Wisconsin. There's so many reasons to want Carbless, to root for Carbless, and to enjoy Carbless. Not only that, though, the flavors, folks, the flavors. There is something for everybody. Classic cocktails like Mojito, Moscow Mule, Paloma, Margarita, that's my favorite flavor, particularly right now. You know, it's cold outside and you want to feel like you're a little bit of warmth. You crack open a margarita or a strawberry margarita. It feels like you're on the beach, baby. Not only that, there's vodka cocktails like black raspberry, lemon lime, pineapple. I had a black raspberry last night with the boys. And it was really good. Not only that, 5 new flavors coming in 2025. A little birdie from Carbless told me I'm going to try them early. So I'm going to be able to report back to you, KBN Nation, on which ones that you need to try. Get ready. 2025 is going to be the year of Carbless. Less is more. If you haven't tried it already, grab yourself a Carbless and enjoy the weekend, KBN Nation.
Kyle Brust and Nortman continues next. Don't go anywhere. Greg Scalzo, Big Boss, scheduled to appear at 3:30.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN.
Subarus, anybody in the Subaru driving down Fond du Lac or Capitol,
wow.
I'm like, you are not where you need to be driving that slow.
I mean, if we're being honest, it's always the Subaru.
It is always a Subaru.
And they likely have a lot of bumper stickers.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Starting off with a little bit of a delay, westbound 94 from about 25th Street all the way through to Mitchell Boulevard. Eastbound 94 is backing up from 76th Street through the stadium as well to about 35th. Southbound 41, we got backups from Solar Spring down just past Hampton and then again just past Capitol. Southbound 43 is pretty quiet, just a little bit tight right past Keefe and then again into the Marquette. Traffic is brought to you by Racine Danish Kringles, now offering heart-shaped Kringles with pink icing in raspberry, chocolate silk, cherry, and pecan flavors. Order at kringle.com or call 1-800-4DANISH. And checking the TMJ4 Storm King forecast. Tonight, mostly cloudy, a low of 26. Tomorrow, mostly cloudy with a possible chance of a night mix, a high of 35. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Loziger on 94.5 ESPN.
All day, every day. The Carbless Talk and Text line is open for you.
First off, there is not one team that's on the fringe that scares me.
800-990-3776. The Carbless Talk and Text line. This is more.
Right now, more than 100,000 children waiting in foster care need our help. The Dave Thomas Foundation for Adoption is focused on finding them safe, permanent homes. Learn more at davethomasfoundation.org.
UW Credit Union presents the Student Athlete of the Week, supporting local student athletes as they grow on the field, in the classroom, and in the community. UW Credit Union is here for every you. Learn more at uwcu.org. Here's Ashton Rotman with the UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week.
This week's UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week is senior Jake Hansen from Wauwatosa West. A starting guard on the Trojans basketball squad, Hansen now sits alone at the top of the record books for Tosa West. His 18 points in a recent game, making him the #1 all-time leading scorer in Tosa West history. While the Trojans remain embattled in a race for the top of the Greater Metro Conference title race, Hansen, of course, is a big piece to making that happen. As for what's next for the senior, Hansen is racking up the Division I offers, including from Buffalo, Cal Poly, St. John's, and Arizona State. Congratulations to this week's UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week, Wauwatosa West boys basketball all-time leading scorer, Jake Hansen.
Do you want to have more fun watching the NFL playoffs? Try playing Sleeper Picks. Just download the Sleeper app today and pick more or less on at least 2 players' projected stats. You can win up to 100 times your cash. For a limited time, Sleeper has a special offer. New users have to just play $5 and they'll receive $55 in free entries. Just download the Sleeper app today and use code BRAD, B-R-A-D.
Must be 18 years or older. Promo code, location, other restrictions apply. Minimum deposit $25. See terms of use for details. Please play responsibly. Call 1-800-426-2537 for help.
It started with a prediction.
Gonna go out there and play basketball and win.
And how many games?
6.
It became the culture.
Chance of Bucks in 6.
Being a Bucks fan means you live and breathe Bucks in 6. Brandon Jennings created the prophecy. Tune into Behind the Bucks, the story of Brandon Jennings on the Bucks Plus audio network. Behind the Bucks is presented by Gallagher, your trusted insurance broker and HR and benefits consultant. Available now on bucks.com/plus, the Bucks app, and streaming wherever you get your podcasts.
That's for the culture.
Wisconsin is still cattle country. And that's why Bunzel's chose to stay close to home to hand select the finest beef. Quality goes into everything they do, from Bunzel's expansive array of meats, homemade specialty sausages, and their award-winning beef jerky. It just isn't a proper holiday meal without Bunzel's top quality cuts on the dinner table. Tasting is believing. Visit Bunzel's at 90th and Burleigh or bunzels.com.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
DJ Strofe running the show. 800-990-3776 is the Carbless talk and text line. Happy to be blessed by the presence of Ashton Rotman back there with Alex Strofe as well. Brian Wollersheim and Chrissy, they're hanging out, getting all trained up at the Everlight Solar ESPN Madison Studios. And it's time now to head over to the nerd, Brad Nortman, for some information.
Yeah, that's right, guys. I was looking, perusing the internet world, looking at free agents, thinking about what is the projected payday for some of these free agents. What catches my eye? Friend T. Higgins. Now, there's been this narrative that the Packers should go get T. Higgins as their number one wide receiver. And you know what? I was like, that sounds like a great idea. We need T. Higgins as our number one wide receiver. But then I looked at the projected salary, the projected contract that T. Higgins is likely going to elicit. I'm out on T. Higgins. Not
that
interested.
Quickly, huh?
Just like that. I saw it's going to be at least 4 years, at least $100 million plus dollars. It's going to be somewhere between $25 and $30 million a year for 4 years, more than $100 million. Probably the first at least 2 years that's going to be guaranteed. And I'm thinking to myself, wait a minute, our entire wide receiver room right now is $11 million and change. And T. Higgins is going to be $25 to $30 million a year, $100 million of committed capital to him over 4 years. I was just thinking to myself, I don't want a receiver that's unproven as a number one. I'll say it, unproven as a number one wide receiver to elicit that much money. I think T. Higgins is a really good wide receiver. He very may well go to whatever team gets him, maybe the Green Bay Packers. He might be a top 10 wide receiver in the NFL. He might completely shine and be worthy of a number one wide receiver tag. But his entire career, he's had Joe Burrow, who's a stud. And he's had Jamar Chase, who might be the number one wide receiver in the entire NFL. Let me ask you, when defenses go up against the Cincinnati Bengals, who do you think they're saying, we got to stop this guy? Is it T. Higgins or is it Jamar Chase? It's Jamar Chase. When they say, who are we going to put our best cornerback on? Who are we going to tilt coverage to? Who are we going to double team? It's Jamar Chase, not T. Higgins. So with this idea that T. Higgins is undoubtedly the best receiver in free agency, okay? He's been in the wide receiver 2 role his entire life. So why do I think I do not want to give that much money to a guy that hasn't proven he can be a wide receiver 1? He might be, but he also might not be. $100 million or more for 4 years for T. Higgins, I'm officially out.
I think this is too much T. Higgins slander for you here.
It's not slander.
No,
it's just
I couldn't agree more.
It's not a good bet.
If I could repeat, basically my take is everything Brad said.
There you go, Ben. Beautifully said, might I add.
Thank you. It's the smartest thing I've ever said on the show with Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
No, I get what you're saying, but I feel like we're putting a negative tag on T. Higgins because of the fact he was a number 2. Do you think Jordan Addison out in Minnesota is a bad number 2?
I'd be hesitant to pay him number 1 receiver number.
Yes, agree.
It's ridiculous.
No, it's not.
The thing is, when guys like Jamar Chase were out, right, T. Higgins still shined, right? When guys like Justin Jefferson was out, Jordan Addison still shined. Do you think Devontae Smith doesn't deserve $20-some million a year?
I would be hesitant to pay Devontae Smith as well.
And I think that's the problem right there. So you got the problem that Goody got. So you're the reason why the Green Bay Packers are struggling now because we don't have a number 1 wide receiver threat. Because
he called you Goody. That's an insult.
You're afraid to invest. In order to get to where you want to go, sometimes you have to make big investments. Now, am I paying T. Higgins $25-30 million a year? I wouldn't want to, but 25, I would consider it. 30? No, I can't pay him 30 with this Green Bay Packers roster. But overall, T. Higgins has shown that he is a solid receiver. Is he an elite number 1 or top 5 receiver? No, but he's definitely a top 15 receiver in the NFL. And a top 15 receiver in the NFL may be the difference between you getting put out in the wild card round or you going to the NFC Championship game.
Jamar Chase only missed 4 games in 2022. That's the only time he's missed.
Okay, well,
First of all,
T. Higgins, he did fine.
I was one. Yeah, no, you did fine. You made that up.
But
I remember T. Higgins killed it. I can look it up. Make sure I'm not making nothing up.
But this is
you basically Brad outed you of making something up.
I'm about to get you the stats. I feel like I saw that somewhere.
The 4 games in 2022 that Jamar Chase, T. Higgins went off.
I would feel better for this reason. I would feel better with Tay, even on a 2 or 3 year deal, even if you need to pay him $25 million, maybe the same amount per year. You know he can handle the wide receiver 1 responsibility and thrive in that moment. I don't know that about T. Higgins. So someone's going to pay him that, and he very well might go off. But I can't trust and give that level of capital to a guy that has been wide receiver 1 for 4 games.
Go ahead, Kyle.
Saying, I know when I'll be seeing stuff. A friendly reminder, in the 4 games Jamar Chase missed last season, T. Higgins went for 26 catches, 371 yards, caught 8 of his 10 contested targets, and had 11 explosive plays, and he had a passer rating, basically the passer rating when targeted, 121. Y'all shut up. I know I'll be seeing stuff.
That's enough sample size
and
for you.
And the Bengals went 4-0.
So that's enough sample size for you, Kyle, to give him that big, a top 10 wide receiver contract.
My whole point is this, is he Jamar Chase? No, but he's better than any receiver that we had on this roster. He would be the best receiver the Green Bay Packers had since they had Devontae Adams. And we've been crying about the fact that the Packers need to get a number one. You need to make an investment at some point. And if T. Higgins can come at the right price, and we're talking 4 years, $100 million, it seems like a lot, but you know when you won't care about that money? If the Packers are putting that Lombardi trophy up in the air.
T. Higgins won't be the difference. Would you rather have a pass rush or a wide receiver?
I mean, I'd rather have a pass rush.
So how are you going to pay T and get a pass rush?
These teams somehow find a way. Somehow the Eagles got 2 great. They got pass rushers in. They got great.
They draft really well.
They got great. They paid their quarterback. They paid their both wide receivers as well. They paid Saquon. I mean, yeah, they got money flowing out the ears.
Where is
sometimes
all the money coming from?
Sometimes I wonder if the cap only applies to the Green Bay Packers. When I look at the way that some of these teams are built, I'm like,
look at the 49ers.
What?
Yeah.
Yes, I'm saying it's crazy. They got name after name after name after name after name.
And the Eagles have also 2 All-Pro offensive linemen that are also on big contracts.
Been paid. Yeah, I don't. How can they pay 7 and we can only pay 2?
Is this just a team going all in when they can go all in? Like just stack up, give the contract, and we're gonna experience the pain later for our window now, and the Packers just don't do that.
Sure, Brad, but you're sitting here, you're advocating and campaigning against the Packers going all in. When a guy has proven, when Jamar Chase is out those 4 times, he could be an elite wide receiver.
Okay,
now you're trolling. Now you're trolling.
That's what the numbers say.
Touche, Kyle.
371 yards in 4 games.
Your stats are all heard.
Let me just finish.
I've heard both of you go back and forth. No, I want to say something.
Okay, can I just 371 yards? That's like half of what the Packers' leading wide receiver had this year.
It's like 90 a game. Over 4 games?
Now he asking me for math.
Right? I know the answer.
Sure.
Yes, it's still less than 100 yards a game.
All I'm trying to say is, do I think that T. Higgins is a really good wide receiver? Do I think he could thrive as a number 1 wide receiver somewhere? Yes. Am I willing to invest the money that it's sounding like it will cost for him to be that guy in Green Bay? I am not willing to do that.
I'm
for $25 million? If the Packers signed T. Higgins for $25 million, I guarantee you all be sitting here saying, wow, they did it. You wouldn't be saying, ooh, that's a bad investment. You would trust that.
I don't know.
I
don't know.
No.
Depending on the guarantees, I'm going to look at it and say, okay, dude's got to be a top 10 wide receiver.
A bona fide stud.
And like shift coverage and be double teamed and still get separation.
So how do we solve the receiver issue?
It'd be nice if you drafted well. You got Tay Adams out there, who is a number 1. He could be number 1 for 2 more years. My thing is, if there was not a Jamar Chase, because he's like the best in the NFL, but if there was like a St. Brown and Ayuk, trying to think of none of their names out there.
Ayuk got $28 million. St. Brown getting $30 million.
But Ernie in a barn chimes in. Kyle,
he's more of a wide receiver 1 than T.
How can Green Bay pay Higgins that much, then bring in a pass rusher? Put the pipe down, Wallace.
I'm telling y'all right now, maybe if they can find a way to get rid of those, let me not be mean.
So
if they can find a way to, I don't know.
I stole that from Ernie in a barn, by the way. I basically said the same thing.
T. Higgins to you is a bona fide number 1 wide receiver, and the Packers should absolutely go get him. Kyle,
if for the right price, yes. If it's $25 million, 4 years, $100 million, they should go get him. You know why they should go get him?
30?
No, 30 is too much. You got the 30 is for elite guys, right? If you can get a bona fide number 1, do you know how much better that makes the rest of the receivers? How much better is Romeo Doubs when he doesn't have to be sometimes the main attraction? How many times do you think Jaden Reed gonna go 0 catches in the game or 1 catch in the game when you got a guy like T. Higgins? He's going to be that much better. Tucker Kraft is an emerging player for the Green Bay Packers. He becomes better when everybody needs to focus on one part. People focus on Christian Watson because he can take the top off of defense. Now, think if they have to focus on a guy where a linebacker has to cheat over on a slant or something like that, or to get underneath on I guess it's not a deep post, but get underneath on T. Higgins. Or
all right, we're into route running right now. We got route tree talk. No, I'm done.
I get what you're saying.
We're in the route tree right now. We're out of the route tree.
Get T. Higgins. Right price, though.
Get well with Quintessa.
That's right, Quintessa. They will not let you down. They would be the number. They are the wide receiver one of the aesthetic world. Let me tell you that. Quintessa Aesthetic Center is going to be your go-to spot when it comes to total wellness. I go to the Brookfield location. Jess is unbelievable when it comes to make me feel energized, confident, ready to take on everything 2025 has to offer. I mean, I don't even have time to tell you all the tools that Quintessa has in its toolkit to give you that confident, revitalized self. It could be Botox, which Homer says everybody should get Botox. If you're going to get Botox, go to Quintessa. Skincare treatments, IV therapy, hormone therapies for all different things that you might need it for. Even things that just relax the body and mind, like infrared sauna. I'm on a supplement regimen right now that helps me be at my best no matter where I'm at. I feel my absolute best. I look my absolute best. And I have Quintessa to thank for that. I invest in so many things. Investing in my health is something that I value. Quintessa makes it simple, effective, tailored to you. So you might as well take that free consultation. They'll be able to sit down with you and figure out what you need and where you want to be. Quintessa is going to give you that more confident, revitalized self in 2025. So visit myquintessa.com today and take that first step toward a healthier you.
A lot of suggestions on the Carbless Talking text line, 800-990-3776. We get to your suggestions, wishes. It's rumor season, and we have the definition. Wait, hang on.
What?
What's going on in your head, boy? Get him some. Stop drinking the Pedialyte. Drink some water.
Somebody get him a Snickers or something.
Seriously.
What the hell's
Am I
going on
flush?
with you today?
You're not even speaking English.
you like will get halfway through a sentence and then go, wait a minute.
Wait, what?
What did I just say?
Start over here for me, and then. Strofe didn't help you with anything. You just finished what you were saying.
All right, coming up next on KBN, we review your responses. What do you want the Packers to do this offseason? We will get Ben some water, high-quality H2O, maybe a Snickers.
The canned water.
We're all going to figure it out together. More next.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN.
My offer, as we've come up with at KBN, thanks to JD and Fondy, reutilizing Judy, who is still in my garage right now.
Is she a big booty Judy or a little flapjack booty Judy?
She's got a little something to her. I'll say that.
She got some
Judy the blow-up doll. She got a little something to her.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Westbound 94 slowing down from about 20th Street all the way to Mitchell Boulevard. We got the eastbound side slowing down from 70th Street all the way through to 35th. Southbound 43 got some backups basically from Locust all the way down through the Marquette. And southbound 41 backing up from Silver Spring all the way down past Capitol Drive almost to Burleigh. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast. Tonight, mostly cloudy skies, low of 26. Tomorrow, mostly cloudy with a high of 35. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
It's the perfect Valentine's heart.
The kind a schoolboy would draw.
It's the most adorable pendant we've ever created.
Innocent, fun-loving, and sweeter than honey.
Cute, cute, cute.
It's cherry red ceramic that's been through the fire.
We've been making ceramic jewelry for thousands of years.
Seriously?
Google it.
But this ceramic heart has things they didn't know about thousands of years ago.
Like what?
Diamonds. 18 of them.
These created diamonds were made for the one who sparkles like the sun.
I can see her in my mind right now.
It's the perfect Valentine's gift.
And it's only $128 at Kessler's.
Monica, what else do we have?
We have 4 different ways to say I love you.
Each pendant is a different shape covered in diamonds.
Life is like a box of chocolates.
An oval.
A square with rounded corners.
A teardrop.
And a heart.
Your choice, just $148 at Kessler's. For the location of the Kessler's nearest you, visit KesslersDiamonds.com.
Love is in the air at Potawatomi Casino Hotel, Milwaukee. This February, play to your heart's content in the Love It or Leave It $300,000 game show. Thursday night, you could love your prize or leave it for another. For a chance to cuddle up to thousands in cash and prizes, just play using your rewards card. Get ready to love it or leave it. Only at Potawatomi. Learn more at PaysBig.com. Must be 21 and a rewards member to play.
Mark Tauscher here for Kohler Services. If you've been putting off your bath or shower remodel, now is the time to turn to Kohler Services. Family owned for 150 years, Kohler is your Wisconsin manufacturer providing care for life. And this month only, get $1,000 off your Lugstone shower remodel and no payment financing until 2026. Visit KohlerServicesWI.com to request your free quote with fast professional installation always included. That's KohlerServicesWI.com.
The Milwaukee Panthers basketball teams host two key conference matchups this weekend. On Saturday, the Panther women's team takes on Cleveland State. Tip-off is at 2 p.m. at the Kalachi Center. Then, Bart Lundy and the Panther men's basketball team closes out action against Purdue Fort Wayne with a 2 p.m. game on Sunday at Panther Arena. That's Panther women's basketball on Saturday and Milwaukee men's basketball on Sunday. Visit mkepanthers.com to select your seat. Panther Athletics for the MKE.
Hey, this is Jason Wilde from Wilde & Tausch. Valentine's Day is almost here, and Racine Danish Kringles has you covered with their heart-shaped Kringle. You know my family loves Kringle from Racine Danish Kringles, and sometimes they share it with me. Racine Danish Kringles offers a heart-shaped Kringle with pink icing in raspberry, chocolate silk, cherry, and pecan flavors to send to your loved one. Order at Kringle.com or call 800-4DANISH. Racine Danish Kringles, the official pastry of ESPN Wisconsin. It's not just a treat, it's a tradition.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Potawatomi Casino Hotel and their brand new sports book is amazing. I will be there on the big game. Noon to 3. I'm excited for that. I'm going to go over every single prop possible.
Can I even inflate your excitement?
Josh DiMaggio will be with me.
Mm-hmm. Do you know who's leading you up to kickoff at Pato that Sunday?
Sunday Karma with Alex Strofe and Kyle Wallace.
Oh. Wait a minute. Time out. Wait. I'm supposed to be at Pato that day?
No.
Yeah.
Oh, is it official now?
Probably get some free food, Kyle.
The way I'm looking at it,
we need to get a producer in the studio then, because I'd be damned if I don't get free.
Part-time Will.
Our buddy Will will be here. Part-time Will, yep.
Oh, wow.
You're free food after all, Kyle.
I'm glad I just found this out, because I would have drove here and been like, hey, what's that? I get here about 9:45.
You could have made it.
February 9th, I'll see you at Potawatomi Sportsbook 10 to noon, and then leading into a special edition of the Weekly Wager.
Is it just you and I?
Just you and me, buddy.
All right, so I get
Is it just me and Josh DiMaggio?
I mean, I'll hang out if you'd like.
No, that's good. We're good. We're good. Especially after the Weekly Wager that we had with you. I think 3 hours of No, I don't know. Josh might want to kill me after 3 hours.
3 hours of just you and Josh DiMaggio?
We'll be able to talk 3 hours of NFL prop bets and bets for the Super Bowl. Or I can say that. Yes.
I don't doubt that. I'm saying
no sponsor.
I think he might kill you after just 3 hours.
Big game. Strofe, you're not paying attention.
The big game.
The big game. The big game.
By the way, Ben, I actually think that I should help you with that, because the last 2 days that you've made your best bets, I've told you that one sucked, and then I told you the other one was good.
So are you trying to take credit for my best bets?
I'm trying to take credit.
Are you trying to have Kyle's best bets?
No, I mean Kyle's best bets based off here. Kyle's best bet based off of Ben's best bet. Should you fade Ben or should you go with Ben?
Ooh, I actually like this.
I'm telling you, I've been telling you, you've been good.
Like, I'm 4-2 in 2025,
and I'm 6-0 in 2025 because I told you what I agree with. Everything I agree with, you won. Everything I disagree with, you lost. So I mean, for real, it's Ben's best bet, and Kyle's giving you a best bet on Ben's best bet, whether to fade or to go with him. Listen.
I kind of love
this. Is getting confusing.
I kind of love it.
But I told you yesterday, I love UCLA. I told you a couple days ago, I like Bama.
I like Bama.
Yeah, what can I say?
What was the other one that I lost that that you didn't like?
I can't recall.
Was it the Michigan State one? Michigan? Well, no, they weren't playing.
Right. But no, the Michigan.
Oregon,
I told him I love the Oregon. No, somebody went to.
This
Michigan
is
State.
the dumbest thing ever. None of you guys can remember it.
Kyle. Give it a rest.
Just stick to your bit once I give the actual best bet.
We don't need proof. Just give it a rest.
He asked me, and I wanted to try to confirm because I think it was a Big Ten game.
Backfired completely.
I'm thinking about best bets, and I'm thinking about the big game a week from Sunday. And like, I love all those prop bets that you're talking about. What color on Kyle's shirt will the Gatorade be?
Oh!
Because Kyle represents about every color Gatorade that could possibly be.
Except purple, yeah.
Is purple a common flavor?
Oh, yeah.
Or a common color?
Grape, yeah.
Oh, sure, I guess grape. I'm going to go with red.
Ew.
Go with red.
What?
I'm going to go with something that's been more prominent the last few years, and that would be clear.
Clear? Is it water?
Clear water,
Oh,
yes.
that's soft. That's soft.
So soft. I hate that.
Soft by me or soft by them?
By them. By you. By me.
I'm thinking on my left sleeve a little reddish orange from the Chiefs on
there's
Sunday.
either red or orange.
Okay, red.
Different colors.
We'll go red.
You can't have...
Brad already took red.
Okay, well then I'll go with my little strings that I have on my neck orange.
You know, I wonder who makes that decision because there is one Gatorade cooler in the middle, and after every punt, I would go back there as part of my process.
Okay, actually, I love that he's doing this because I want to know how they have a prop bet on Gatorade colors when there's probably a process for each team.
No, you probably grab a random one. I mean, when you guys won the NFC Championship game, I imagine, did you drench Rivera?
Yeah, we did.
But is there a random one, or how many different Gatorade tubs are there?
There's one primary Gatorade tub in the middle, and I would go after every punt, I would go as part of my process, get a little bit of Gatorade.
What?
Process? As part of my process.
That tradition.
I did one play and then I chugged some Gatorade.
I punted the ball and I went and got some Gatorade.
I would either sit back and enjoy and appreciate the good punt, or I would process the bad punt, and then me crinkling up the thing and throwing it in the garbage was me symbolically moving on to the next one.
Good for you. See, that's why he's so great at what he did.
But again, I don't care about any of your feelings. I care how many Gatorade tubs were there.
There's usually two, but there's usually a water, and there's usually a Gatorade. There's the two of them in the middle. And for the life of me, now that I'm thinking about it, I don't know what dictated the color and the flavor.
Come on!
Did it change every game?
Sometimes it would change based on where you were. I don't know if it was up to our new team nutritionist. I don't know if it's
this is deep.
I'm trying to think about what my common flavor of Gatorade was.
So if I knew
I was
a
so in the
Kansas
moment,
City,
I wasn't even tasting it.
So if I knew a Chiefs player, I could ask a Kansas City Chiefs player, what kind of Gatorade do you guys typically have?
It's not a guarantee that's going to be
but
that flavor.
If they say, hey, 10 out of the 18 games we had the orange, then I might go bet orange. Is that illegal?
I don't know if that's inside betting.
Is it? I'm just asking a question.
With the intent to make money on it.
I mean, that would be inside betting.
Oh,
you might not want to say that out loud.
Oh, I'm not doing that because I don't know anybody from the Chiefs or anybody from the Eagles. But the Commanders, I would have had a chance.
The Commanders,
oh, yeah, your boy.
So if your boy made it to the Super Bowl,
I would have said, Nick, hey, great job, congrats. What color Gatorade y'all like drinking over there? I just was curious.
Make sure you grab the water one.
I love hearing your little process, Brad.
Yeah. Oh, it was a very, very real process.
All of these will be discussed and many more at Potawatomi Casino Hotel on the day of the big game with Sunday Karma from 10 to noon and a special edition weekly wager from noon until 3. Can't wait. We'll see you at Potawatomi Casino Hotel. Greg Scalzo, big boss, market manager of Milwaukee, joins us next.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN.
And I'm sure he'll offer this opportunity again.
Absolutely
what are you going to
not.
sell? What are you going to say to Ben Brust?
I'm saying you don't get your hand on my goddamn face. No, it's a no. I can say it in different languages. No.
Niche or whatever it is.
I don't know.
Nine. That's a firm way to say no.
Nine. Next time we say nine.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com. With Wilde and Tausch, you won't miss a play.
Romeo. This 3-syllable, you have to take the O out of the equation. That's too easy.
Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
Iota, right? Not one iota.
Iota. Yeah. That's only 4 letters.
Weekdays from 9 to noon.
Let's pretend you're a first-time listener to Wilde and Tausch. What the hell is this? They're discussing syllables.
On 94.5 ESPN, the Wisconsin On Demand app, and at ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube.
At Gruber Offices, we take great pride in helping those who have trusted us after a serious accident. Our team has the knowledge, resources, and experience to get you the results you deserve. Don't wait to get the help you need. Make the right call. Call Gruber Law Offices today. Proud partner of your Milwaukee Bucks. One call, that's all.
All right, fellas, let's tackle the age-old question. What do I get her for Valentine's Day? Don't stress. Send foolproof flowers from the Books Company and wow, your Valentine. And get 25% off your entire purchase. Books makes it simple. Choose the Quickie Book. With a click of a button, get their best-selling bouquet right on time for Valentine's Day. She'll brag about it for weeks. Or pick from their collection of unique modern designs or go for their flower subscription, the #1 husband life hack, and be the hero every month. You really can't go wrong. Books aren't just any flowers. Their flowers are cut fresh from where they grow best. So you get bigger, brighter blooms that last longer. Some are even grown on the side of a volcano. She'll be blown away by how stunning they are. Valentine's Day is February 14th, right after the big game, so don't fumble the flowers. Get your order in now. Go to Books.com, use my promo code Canty for 25% off. That's BOUQS.com, promo code Canty. Books, promo code Canty.
Don't miss a day of nonstop basketball action at the Deer District Prep Showcase on Saturday, February 8th at Fiserv Forum. Catch all the exciting plays as 10 high school boys basketball teams hit the court. Watch 5 games featuring state-powered Kettle Moraine along with Nicolet, Milwaukee Juneau, Kohler, Sun Prairie East, and Racine Park. General admission tickets are just $15 and are valid for all 5 games. See the full schedule and get your tickets today at FiservForum.com. Be there for the Deer District Prep Showcase on Saturday, February 8th.
Wisconsin is still cattle country. And that's why Bunzel's chose to stay close to home to hand select the finest beef. Quality goes into everything they do, from Bunzel's expansive array of meats, homemade specialty sausages, and their award-winning beef jerky. It just isn't a proper holiday meal without Bunzel's top quality cuts on the dinner table. Tasting is believing. Visit Bunzel's at 90th and Burleigh or bunzels.com.
Homer here. I'm inviting you to join me starting August the 9th as we explore the many shades of Ireland with Colette Vacations, a 10-day journey filled with legendary views, historic expeditions, and unforgettable tales. Explore the historic city of Dublin, kiss the famous Blarney Stone, and stand on the spectacular cliffs of Moher. We'll also journey Ireland's breathtaking countryside and follow the stunning coastal route of the Ring of Kerry. We'll experience the daily life of an Irish family with a dairy farm visit and enjoy a taste or two at a historic whiskey distillery. We'll even stay overnight in a medieval castle. Join me for all of the experiences and so many more. All the details are online at ESPNMilwaukeeTravel.com. Don't worry about the planning. Colette handles all the details of this 10-day excursion. You can get full scoop of this once-in-a-lifetime trip on February the 2nd at 5 p.m. as I'll be hanging out with the Colette team at Maddie's Bar and Grill in New Berlin. That's February 2nd, 5 p.m. Maddie's in New Berlin. Don't miss out.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com. ESPN Milwaukee's Big Boss.
I'm not going to be able to help you.
The only one who holds Ben accountable.
We each do our own research, Ben.
Welcome to Thursdays with Greg Scalzo.
Happy Thursday!
On Kyle, Brust, and Norton.
Give us a real happy Friday since it's not Thursday.
Happy Friday!
There he is, the man himself, Greg Scalzo, joining Kyle, Brust, and Nortman to close out the ESPN Wisconsin portion of the show. Ben Brust, Kyle Wallace, Brad Norton with Strophy running the show. 800-990-ESPN is the Carbless talk and text line. List is more. You know, your boy, old team, Mark Tauscher.
That's your boy, huh?
That's right.
How many fronts has Ben fighting wars on right now?
Several.
Yeah.
Several? What do you mean
that's
several?
The prime. That's where most of the troops are allocated.
Well, you
though.
told Kyle. You told Kyle you were going to kick his ass today during the show. You told me you were going to kill me during today's show. You got Tauscher
I would take
really angry
Kyle
at you.
against Ben. I would take Ben against Stroh.
That's fair. I agree. I agree. Yep.
Your best man don't believe in you.
Damn!
You think you can beat Kyle up?
I can see his man boobs
Hey,
from
don't
here.
let the man boobs confuse you. Now I'm a fighter. You know, it ain't the size of the dog in the fight. It's the size of fighting the dog.
You've never been in a fight in your life. You've
Oh,
never been punched in the face
then
in your life.
Then I'm taking me.
Oh,
I'm taking me.
Sorry,
then.
buddy.
No, because you don't know you don't know if you can take a punch.
That's my point.
You think you can take a punch. Everybody got a plan until they get hit.
Yeah, I've watched John Wick, The Matrix, Jason Bourne. I'm all of those guys. I'm all those guys.
It doesn't get transmitted to you by watching it.
It does. The way I learned to shoot a basketball was I watched people shoot and I emulated that, and it's the same way that I take into fighting in my life.
As another guy who's never been in a fight before, I fear for you, Ben. I fear for you. I don't think you're going to do well because I don't think I'd do well.
I'd love for Greg to hear some audio from Mark Tauscher because, Old T's a Packer Hall of Famer. He's your guy. I'm your guy, but he's your guy. So we'll get to see Greg's feelings on what side he wants to be on.
Is this like a real war between Tausch and Brust?
Tauscher's sensitive. Yeah. He goes personal right away. It's great. It's
Brust,
so good.
First off, is a Bears guy. Like, he's been a Bears fan his whole life, and then he transported himself in. So, whatever.
So he's faking
Brust is going to do Brust things. Yeah, Brust is Brust. So he can say things, and that's
God,
exactly, Coach. I couldn't agree more. But Norty and Kyle just latched on, and it was embarrassing. Like, oh, yeah, Ben, that's a great point, Ben, yeah. And then Ben, a segment later, basically says what I said. Oh, the defense has gotten better. I didn't say they were going to win a Super Bowl. I said the defense played well enough to win. That's what I said. Verbatim.
That is what you said. Indeed.
They crush me, call me delusional.
That's just about enough from Mark Tauscher there. So the context here, Greg, is Mark Tauscher is a toad for the Green Bay Packers. He will wave the flag. He's got it on the car. Like anything the Green Bay, he's a Goot stan. Everything that they do is the world, and it's great. It's wonderful. And maybe part of the way I'm saying this right now is probably what got under his skin a little bit because I know I'm kind of being a little.
It's facts. It's facts. I like Couch, but you keeping it real.
Essentially. He is cherry picking right now. He's like, the Green Bay Packers defense was good enough to beat the Philadelphia Eagles. As Kyle said, and Brad and I said, no crap. That was the one game all season in which they played a team with a better record. Yes, it was in the playoffs, but I hear Jason saying, you make it far to the playoffs, you make less mistakes. I hear Tausch saying, the defense, they played well enough against the Eagles to win that game. Yeah, that's great. Our philosophy here on Kyle Brust Nortman is we are looking at the Green Bay Packers under a microscope to figure out how they can get back to a Super Bowl for the first time since 2010. So when I hear Tausch cherry pick that the defense was good enough to beat the Eagles in that game, that's great. The other teams averaged 29.5 points per game in the 5 games in the regular season where they played teams with a better record than them. How am I supposed to believe that one game in the playoffs I'm just supposed to listen to Tausch and just be like, oh yeah, everything's hunky-dory? No, it's not. You need a pass rusher. You lose Jair, you're going to need a cornerback. The defense got better, but the way that he presents things is just like everything's going to be great. Just got under me a little bit.
This feels a little bit like when you get in a fight with your significant other about something that's minor, but it's really about something else. I mean, you guys, there can't be that much animosity about whether or not the Packers defense is good enough. Like, is that what we're talking about?
He probably knew what he said. It was a little stupid, and I think he felt bad. You know when you say something dumb and then you want to take it back?
Because what he said that was dumb, what he said that was dumb was that the Packers defense was good enough to beat the Eagles?
No, he made it seem like it was good enough to make it to a Super Bowl.
Yeah, he's like, if the
they were good enough to win.
The Packers
defense
good enough to win.
He hedged. He Johnny hedged.
And we
Johnny hedged
a little bit.
Okay. All right. So he Johnny hedged and basically
I get after him at him like this defense was no chance of going to a Super Bowl based off the performance. And he goes, he takes me out of context. Wah! Brusty's a Bears guy. Transplant. Wah!
Are you the big cat of Wisconsin sports media? Is that what we're getting at right now?
Is that what Big Cat
Fraud! I see what you're doing there. Kyle doesn't know.
For those that don't know, Big Cat, Dan Katz.
Friend of Ben Brust.
Oh, that's his name, Dan Katz.
Yes, famously, it represents the city of Chicago.
Oh,
and
that he's
hid
not
for
from,
many years that he actually grew up in Massachusetts as a New England Patriots fan.
Really?
Yes. You guys didn't didn't know this.
So
I
I
didn't know
heard that
either.
part, but I didn't realize what you were trying to say. But yeah.
But
Did
like
he get in
Ben,
trouble for that?
but like I don't think any Ben's ever hid being from Chicago.
Yeah, I'm from Chicago.
Nobody
I don't
really
root for the
knows-
Bears.
And he says how
nobody
much he
knows
hates the
who he
Bears.
roots for.
I don't even know who I root for half the
I
time.
know
He
who
is
you
an
root for.
enigma.
You taught me. You said you root for whoever you bet on.
Yeah.
That's his favorite team.
Did you know that we hit UCLA on my best bet here on Kyle, Brust, and Nortman?
Cool. Of course I do.
That's a lie.
No, I don't know.
You got to look at my texts.
I look at some of them.
Who do you consider more of a better friend to you, Mark Tauscher or?
Look at my texts.
You don't look at my text. Please pick me. Pick me.
He's the worst. He's the worst text.
Oh,
Can I?
yeah. Look at Stroke.
Do I have permission to go back? And,
No, that's why. See, that's why I don't want us to be too close. I got enough people in my, messaging me, wanting me to return text. I don't need my co-host and teammate texting me.
He's the
Why
best
don't you
man at my
return?
wedding.
At what point does he start to get agitated if you haven't responded to him?
I am an all-time bad texter, so it's not
All-time.
It's not exclusive to Ben. Many people in my life get upset with my I don't want to say inability or refusal, but my ineffectiveness at actually responding.
How many text messages do you get a day? Just like in general, new messages from
At this
different
point,
people.
like there's some people who just flat out stopped texting.
I've given
me.
up. Outside of birthdays, I've
But
given
there's
up.
also a good amount of time where, like, Tausch is a great example. Tausch will text me things, and I'll just call him because I know I can call. I know I can get him on my way into work. So then it looks like I haven't responded to any text from him for the last 20 texts. But I'm gonna pick up the phone and call guy. I'm a phone call guy. On Sunday mornings when it's an NFL,
I do a lot of, but I do a lot of complaining. You do text me more than you text most.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a no.
No, I do.
I mean, he did the
A lot of
yeah.
it's-
You
a
did the
lot of
high
it-
voice.
A lot
Yeah.
of it's gambling related, for being honest.
Well, Greg, you text me back when I text you, so because I don't overwhelm him with nonsense that isn't important.
So
When
now
I
you're
text
trying to give
him-
me a lesson on how to communicate with my best friend.
Should we look at some Ben Brust text
Yeah,
messages?
like it's too much, right? And he knows if I text him, it's probably important. He'll get back to me.
I can't
You, it's
imagine
nonsense.
how much complaining there is.
Oh, it's probably so much.
Jeez, Brad.
He probably texted you yesterday complaining. Wah,
Yeah, he
Greg,
did.
Greg.
Hit me when you can. Very frustrated. Yep, you did send me a screenshot of UCLA yesterday. Didn't respond.
Yep.
But most of it is honestly just, screenshots being mean to people.
And some stuff that we can't share right now that we're both scrolling through.
Or gambling texts. That's the majority of that.
Leaving him on red, huh?
Yeah. So
Damn! Look at all my stuff.
Wow.
Yeah, you're a thirsty person.
I'm like a single girl chasing
Yeah.
after Greg.
Yeah, I
in
didn't
his
wanna
in his
say it.
heyday.
Or you're like a guy who's in a girl's DM just nonstop having a conversation with themselves. That's what you are.
Either way,
I
it's a
think
Get
bad
the
look.
hint, buddy.
Well, you
She
guys
doesn't want you.
Get the hint.
what you need to do is drill down, like what's really at the heart of this conflict between KBN and Wilde and Tausch.
They're jealous. We're the new hot girls on the block.
Oh, is that it?
That's what it is. That's what it is.
I mean, how can you not be threatened by this man?
Yeah,
Look at him.
That's all threat.
He's in 90s parachute in gym class.
What? How dope is this shirt?
That's a great shirt. I love
No,
that
come
shirt.
on, Scouts. You don't.
No, I
you
got
don't play that.
Scouts don't got
1,000%.
stuff.
No,
Yeah.
you dress up nice. That is not a nice shirt.
He
That
would
is
look
a-
handsome in this with that hair and everything, that smile.
Yeah.
Oh, you want to raise now, too?
Oh, no, I'm
No,
good.
that's a good looking shirt.
His wife would love it.
Oh wow.
Whoa.
Oh wow.
How do you
I
know
think
that?
he means on me.
Well, I mean, famously, my fiance looked Kyle up and down 2 weeks ago, so I'm a little insecure over here.
Yeah, we'll keep her away from me. I don't want to.
A lot of insecurity from you, Ben. What's going on?
I don't know, man.
He's had a rough week.
I want to hang out with you more. I miss you.
God, he is
I'll be at his daughter's birthday party tomorrow.
Oh, you got an invite?
I got an invite.
Oh,
Back in 2
must be
minutes.
nice.
Oh yeah, sell out with me tonight. The record company's only give me lots of money and everything's gonna be alright.
We have an accident now northbound on 41 right at Burleigh. Looks like we have the two right lanes blocked with this, and it's backing things up all the way back to about Watertown Plank Road. So be prepared for that. Southbound's backing up a bit from Silver Spring all the way down to Burleigh. Southbound 43, heavy from Capitol Drive all the way down to North Avenue. Back on the brakes right through the Marquette and over the high-rise. The northbound side's backing up from Fond du Lac Avenue all the way up past Burleigh. We got eastbound 94 with a heavy ride from 84th Street all the way through to 35th. We also have an accident at Mitchell Boulevard. Luckily, that one is off on the right shoulder. On the westbound side, sun glare, and it's going to slow down a bit from 25th Street all the way through to Hawley Road. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast. Tonight, mostly cloudy skies, low of 26. Tomorrow, mostly cloudy with a high of 35. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Woo! Hey, this is Ben Brust from Kyle, Brust, and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin. People can't stop screaming about the Screamin' Sicilian frozen pizza, and no wonder. There's plenty to scream about, like the buttery stone-fired crust, secret recipe tomato sauce, mounds of whole milk mozzarella, and tons of premium toppings. Find Screamin' Sicilian in your local grocer's freezer and find out for yourself why Sporked called Screamin' Sicilian's Holy Pepperoni frozen pizza the best of the best. Screamin' Sicilian, taste what all the screamin' is about.
Whether you're about to graduate high school or have been in the workforce for years, it's time to take control of your future. Welcome to Lakeland University, where you call the shots. We use our flexible learning formats to customize your degree path. In-person, online, and virtual classes are all available. Lakeland University is designed around you, your goals, your schedule, your future. You can even earn up to 25% of your degree via paid work experiences. Ready to take control of your future? Let us customize an education to fit your needs. Visit lakeland.edu/ESPN to learn more.
Hey, this is Gabe Neitzel. You're listening to 94.5 ESPN, WKTI and WKTI HD, Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station.
Broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studio at the Avenue in downtown Milwaukee. This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN on 94.5 ESPN, the Wisconsin On Demand app, and streaming live at ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube.
We them boys. We them boys. We making noise.
It's the 414 hour at 4 on KBN.
I agree at the Carbless Talk and Text line 800-990-3776. You can never text your best friend too much. I live by that. I just don't get text back.
Yeah, you peppered him. You peppered him with text without much response.
It's like an unwritten rule now. Like, it's just part of our relationship.
And you've accepted it.
Yes, I'm in total acceptance that, like, if we place a bet together, if we're betting on something, he lives a busier life with 2 children, and his job is very busy. So there will be times where I'll be watching the game that we talked about at work to bet on.
Desperate. This is sad.
It is desperate. This is what you're trying to rationalize.
No. I'm being honest with you guys right now.
This is the person who gets cheated on but tries to be in denial. No, it's not that. It's not that. It's just, they made a mistake.
He's a pick-me girl.
Yeah.
He's a pick-me girl.
Yeah, and he is cheating on you with his attention. His attention is to other things, no longer to you, Ben. He's cheating on you with his attention.
Maybe I needed this talk.
Yeah, you
deserve better.
Embarrassing.
That's what I'm saying.
Better.
You think me and Brad want to be friends with you after this? You think
do I drop him as best man for the wedding?
Well, I would just say this: whenever you text me late at night, I respond. Whenever you call me late at night, I answer.
All right, so Strofe and I played the best game ever last night.
Very fun. Yeah.
Are you pulling out your phone?
Yeah, I'll pull it out.
So yesterday at Maddie's Bar and Grill, New Berlin, courtesy of Michelob Ultra, that's where we were yesterday. Every Thursday at 2:45, what do we play?
Over under.
Over under. And yesterday we had the privilege and pleasure of having. Yeah, are you guys laughing at somebody who looks like a corpse on TV?
What happened to Bob Ryan? Is he okay?
Dude, put some makeup on him. Oh, man. I don't know what to say.
Yo, come on, guys.
I'm sorry. Bob,
like, we got a show to do. And we lost Strofe.
He goes, looks unwell.
He goes, what happened to Bob Ryan?
We looked at each other, and our jaws dropped. I don't know what to say. I have in my brain a Bob Ryan from high school.
Yeah.
Around the horn. And I guess I haven't seen him in years.
He's almost 80.
And damn.
Oh, my gosh. He doesn't look well. Oh, look at him. Okay, I'm sorry, Ben. Go ahead.
Why are you making fun of the elderly?
I'm not trying to make fun of him, but damn, Bob, what happened? You right? Put some makeup on him or something.
I mean, it would help. A different filter.
He said,
You were literally mocking the elderly.
I'm sorry. It's just,
I know.
it was shocking.
It is shocking.
He looked
I do feel bad, but it's a shock.
It's shocking.
It's a shock.
Okay, Ben, what were you saying?
Man.
You were talking about something before Bob
Because
Ryan.
Woody Page puts makeup on,
Yeah,
for sure.
yeah.
He looks all right.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, decent.
So, would you like to rejoin the show?
So if you saw it too, you probably
I can't breathe.
can't believe.
I can't breathe.
Y'all go ahead, Google Bob Ryan now.
What a distraction.
It was. Turn the TV off.
Down my face.
It was alarming. It was alarming.
Even you wanted to turn around. What are you looking at? Get mad, and then you looked at.
I said, "Oh my god!" I said, "What is wrong? Get this guy off national television."
All right,
Like this is the ESPN.
I see why they canceling this damn show.
Hey, take it easy.
Gosh.
Take it easy.
Wouldn't fire Bob.
Well, I mean, ultimately, like somehow those paychecks kind of come down to us. So don't take out Big ESPN.
No, I like
I mean,
Big ESPN. I'm
there's
just
no
saying.
doubt he's knowledgeable. I'm
How
sure his takes
old
are
is he?
outstanding.
78. He'll be
He's
79
78.
next month.
There's no doubt he's capable and his takes are intelligent and he's well distinguished.
Are we all just waiting for him to pop back on
Yeah,
screen?
and like, again,
If you're watching on YouTube,
it
you
just
have
caught me by
permission to
surprise.
leave our show to go to ESPN and laugh with us to see.
It just
No, that's
caught me by
horrible.
surprise. It just caught me by surprise. That's all.
yeah, pork man.
That's all. Oh, boy.
Imagine Grandpa Bob trying to kiss you with that face.
Come on, Kyle.
Ah!
So yesterday at Maddie's Bar and Grill, and I did such a good job of not losing my voice, but I had to laugh at Bob Ryan because it looked so bad.
It was awful.
I'm changing the channel, by the way. I think I have to.
I don't even want to see it.
I'm sweating in places I didn't know I could sweat.
Woo.
Oh, we're gonna get in trouble for this.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Thanks, Ben.
Yale at Princeton. I don't know what
perfect.
sport it is, but
Great. Okay,
Works.
thank
All
you.
right,
There it
basketball,
is.
Some young men. All right.
all right.
You were at Maddie's Bar and Pub
Yeah,
yesterday.
yeah,
You
yeah.
text Strofe
A game you
something.
guys are playing.
Yeah, well, that you didn't include Brad and I in.
Yeah, thanks for being included.
I feel like that was so alarming that I am sweating.
It was. And again, I want people to understand when Brad and I don't pay attention to Ben, he gets very upset.
Yeah.
So he was ready. He saw me and Brad
was
look at
mad.
each other and look at the screen. and Ben looked at us. He was going to turn around and say, "What are you guys doing?"
Ben
And then I
so
looked at it, I saw myself, I was like, ah!
He realized this is a problem. Stunning, shocking, alarming.
All right, so I'm at a loss for words, which is bad.
Yeah, we should resettle ourselves. You were telling a story about how you and Strofe did not
I
text
want
me.
to hear about this game, this
Yeah, okay, me too.
over-under game.
All right, so pull up your phone, Strofe. All right, we're gonna be professionals here. Are you looking at our texts?
No.
All right, just go to break. Let's get some water. Team recess.
Okay, my head's up. It's up. I got it.
Team reset.
Okay.
All right, let's go to break.
Okay.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
Thing has ever happened to you from a breakup?
I don't want to talk about it.
Oh, no.
I don't want to talk about it.
You brought it, so I had to ask.
I ain't gonna put my old shorties on blast, but
Why not? They're old shows.
I've had some.
They're old shows.
My parents listen to this show. I don't want my parents to know the craziness that I've dealt with that they son been a part of.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
We have an accident now northbound on 41 right at Burleigh. Looks like we have the two right lanes blocked with this. That's backing things up all the way back to about Watertown Plank Road. So be prepared for that. Southbound's backing up a bit from Silver Spring all the way down to Burleigh. Southbound 43 heavy from Capitol Drive all the way down to North Avenue. Back on the brakes right through the Marquette and over the high rise. The northbound side's backing up from Fond du Lac Avenue all the way up past Burleigh. We got eastbound 94 with a heavy ride from 84th Street all the way through to 35th. We also have an accident at Mitchell Boulevard. Luckily, that one is off on the right shoulder. On the westbound side, sun glare, and it's going to slow down a bit from 25th Street all the way through to Hawley Road. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast. Tonight, mostly cloudy skies, low of 26. Tomorrow, mostly cloudy with a high of 35. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
The 11th annual Big Cheese Classic is coming. On February 8th and 9th, this wheelchair basketball tournament brings top talent from across the nation to Wisconsin. Powered by the Wisconsin Adaptive Sports Association, this exciting event at Pewaukee High School promises to be a thrilling showcase of athleticism, competition, and inspiration. For more information, please call 262-613-7040 or email Melissa at wasa.org.
Love is in the air at Potawatomi Casino Hotel, Milwaukee. This February, play to your heart's content in the Love It or Leave It $300,000 game show. Thursday night, you could love your prize or leave it for another. For a chance to cuddle up to thousands in cash and prizes, just play using your rewards card. Get ready to love it or leave it. Only at Potawatomi. Learn more at PaysBig.com. Must be 21 and a rewards member to play.
Monica, we've got to hand it to you.
You and the design team have outdone yourselves. Are you talking about the One collection? Those rings say you are the one.
And they say it symbolically.
Describe the symbols.
Every ring in the One collection should be presented with a special ritual.
What would that ritual be?
You pick up her left hand and you place a kiss on her ring finger.
Rick, you never told me about that part.
Then you show her the tiny red diamond, flush mounted inside the ring, that will forever be in contact with her finger.
Why is it red?
Because that's when the giver says to the one, wherever you go, my heart goes with you.
I give you this kiss. I give you my heart. The red diamond is a secret symbol of that sacred moment. The center diamond on the outside of the ring is for the whole world to see.
But the tiny red created diamond inside the ring is only for the two of them.
The One collection of engagement rings is available exclusively at Kessler's. To find the Kessler's nearest you,
visit KesslersDiamonds.com.
Join the Bucks and tip off Black History Month with the team's Black Excellence Game, presented by Hennessy on Sunday, February 2nd. Celebrate the next generation of Black leaders through storytelling, performances, and more. Enjoy incredible on-court action when the team faces off against Memphis, while we shine a spotlight on Black excellence in our community. Visit bucks.com/impact for details and to secure your tickets. That's bucks.com/impact.
Experience the timeless charm of the Knickerbocker on the Lake, Milwaukee's premier boutique hotel. With its stunning architecture and modern comforts, every detail tells a story. Whether it's a romantic getaway, a business trip, or simply a night away, you'll find elegance, history, and a warm welcome waiting for you. The Knickerbocker on the Lake, where every moment feels like a chapter from the past, written just for you. Visit knickerbockeronthelake.com to book your stay today. An unforgettable getaway awaits.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Oh, crap. Ben Brust, Kyle Wallace, Brad Nortman hanging with you till 5 o'clock. 800-990-3776. That is the Carbless Talk and Text line where less is more. It is time to get to pole position, brought to you by Great Lakes Dragaway.
Everyone's got their opinions, but we just happen to think some are better than others. Let's hit the polls. This is Pole Position. Pole Position on Kyle, Brust, and Nortman is presented by Great Lakes Dragway, a quarter-mile-long drag strip, plus a drift pad. Even drive your own car on the track. Find full event schedule and ticket information at GreatLakesDragway.com.
Yeah, it's time for Pole Position, presented by Great Lakes Dragway right here on KBN. We always start, because some polls are better than others, with the worst poll of the week.
Do we have a runaway worst poll?
Oh, yeah, we do.
Oh.
Because I want all that smoke, baby.
Okay.
Worst poll of the week goes to Wildy and Tausch.
Poll Stealers? Poll Stealers.
poll stealers.
Let's go. We beefing. We
From
gonna beef.
Wildy and Tausch, on which side of the ball do you think the Packers are closer to being championship level? Literally the same poll we did
a day
16
ago.
hours prior.
Oh. Must be nice to be in our wake.
Nailed it, Brad.
What would they do without us?
I don't know. And honestly, for the record, they both said championship defense. I would be curious to know what their own listeners said, because I believe our KBN Nation says offense is closer to championship level. That's how it's still go with. His offense is closer.
What a great poll by them. What do they say?
Brilliant minds.
Imitation is the greatest flattery.
Sincerest form of flattery.
Yes. Oh, thank you.
And by the way, Brad, you're very wrong. 72% of our listeners said
defense.
Sorry, KBN Nation.
They were on the right side of history with this guy. Just saying.
Offense.
Dang.
You guys all said offense. I said defense.
And KBN Nation said defense?
And KBN Nation, 72% of them said defense.
Wow.
Wasn't even that close. All right, let's go to the good polls, shall we? Let's go to Jen, Gabe, and Chewy weekday morning, 7 to 9 a.m. on ESPN Milwaukee.
How mad do you think they're going to be at you now, Shro?
They'll give him a pass.
Yeah, we're all in it together, baby.
Oh, I like that.
You come at one of you guys, you come at all of us.
Let's go, Strove.
I'm down with it. I can get jiggy with that.
I get jiggy with it too, Kyle.
Oh,
this one from Jen, Gabe, and Chewy weekday. Yeah. Jen, Gabe, and Chewy weekday morning, 7 to 9 a.m. right here on ESPN Milwaukee. Is no, I just don't feel like it tonight. A good enough answer to get out of plans with friends?
Okay.
Yes or no?
Okay. Oof.
I'm glad. I wasn't sure where that was going.
Thank you for finishing that statement knowing that show.
I just don't feel like it tonight.
I'm not going to lie. I respect it, but I don't have the courage to use it.
It depends what it is, too. If it's like I'm having people over for my birthday party, and someone says, just don't feel like it, that would sting.
Yeah.
That would really sting. But
Like, hey, we're having people over. We'd love to have you.
Yeah, but if it's like, hey, you want to hang out and have a carbless? And the person's like, I just don't feel like it tonight. I would respect that. I have no problem with it.
Nah.
Depends how big of a deal the get-together is.
Lie to me. Tell me you had something that came up, something more important. I want you to lie to me. I don't want you to sit here and tell me, I don't feel like
lie to me.
I don't feel like hanging out with you tonight. That is a direct shot at me. Because they feel like doing something, but they just don't feel like doing it for me.
Kyle.
I'd rather you be occupied and lie and say there's something else going on than you just blatantly, straight up, and boldly tell somebody like me, who doesn't like to be very social, that I don't want to hang out with.
Kyle, you tell us to our face you don't want to hang out with us.
Because we established that relationship. I'm talking about a friend. They said
No.
friend.
You established that relationship. There was no we. It was this. These are the ground rules of working with me on this show.
I understand boundaries. That's what it is.
Very firm boundaries.
Well, again, though, I think that as a friend, you need to be respectful and nice about it and lie to me. Don't tell me that you don't want to hang out with me.
Sticking with Jen, Gabe, and Chewy is having.
Yeah, but hang on. Just to go back to that.
What?
If you lie, you get a chance to be caught in that lie.
No, you don't get.
And then it makes it worse.
Are you really friends?
Oh, wait a minute. So you mean to tell me if Greg, who doesn't text you back, told you, hey, yeah, we're hanging out tonight, we're just chilling, are you gonna sit there and try to contact his wife to see are they really doing something? They have plans already, or you just take it for what it is, face value? I'd rather my friends say they're busy with the kids or something like that, or they just didn't want to hang out.
And they feel like they can't be honest with you.
No, stop it.
Yeah, that's a
Stop
problem
it.
in a friendship.
I know. Okay, well.
Yeah, you got issues. This is why you don't have very many friends.
I got issues. Mr. Beg me, please hang out with
Who's
me.
better,
Leave
me
a
or
red-
Tausch?
You're my best
I
man.
thought come at one of us, you come at all of us. Right now, it just feels like we're all coming at me.
You opened up your
No,
mouth trying to
no.
come at me, so they had to stand up for me.
Nobody came at you in this scenario. Just us. We're allowed to do that.
All right, sounds good.
From Jen, Gabe, and Chewy is having HALVING, like cutting it in half.
A-L.
Is having infinite.
Yes.
Wait, what?
Yes.
Okay,
You
Ben,
can
I'm in.
continue-
Yeah,
you can
Ben.
continue-
Yes.
You can continue to have infinite amounts of time.
HALVE.
Yes. Like cutting a number in half infinitely. Like,
But what
Number-
about physically? Like if I shredded a piece of paper in half.
well, what are we having? That's the question.
The piece of paper, the size of the piece of paper, the size of the object.
You'd have to go down to the atom level.
Okay.
And I guess they can split atoms.
You
I
can
love the
technically
atoms.
split atoms, but would we be physically able to continue to do that, even if we had all of the equipment that we would need to to get this piece of paper into infinite amount of halves. I mean, we are talking really hard work.
Numerically, it's possible.
Yes, I agree with that.
Substantively,
yeah,
I believe it's not possible.
Question. I have a question. I do have. So, in school, what class did y'all learn this in where you can have this
that's a
conversation?
great question.
Because I'm a snooze listening to y'all. I know I fell asleep during this lesson.
No,
This is fascinating. This is deep thinking.
this is fascinating.
This is not fascinating. This is boring.
No,
you,
you're
don't
boring.
you don't think about the theory of numbers?
No,
Theoretical
right.
numbers?
No, 2 + 2 is 4, and when my paycheck come, I know for a fact when it says that's a deduction, that's the taxes, that's the end, that's all I need to know. I don't need to know how to get there.
Yeah, but if you cut it in half, and then you cut it in half again,
I don't want to cut
and
it in
so
half.
on.
If they cut it in half too much, I'm going to say, what the hell, Uncle Sam? Stop taking my money.
You know what's a wild thing? Is that pi is infinite.
Who cares?
It's true, it is.
It never ends.
What is the point of pie? How do they eat it?
It's actually brilliant because it has to do with measuring a circle.
Do you use it?
And think about the finding that out.
I'm trying to listen.
Go ahead, learn.
Because think about the perfect circle, trying to measure that, whether it be circumference, area, diameter, using pi to do that is a brilliant discovery. And pi itself is infinite.
What's the last?
So going on and on and on and on and on.
Ben, when's the last time you used pi to solve anything?
It's easy to find all that in a rectangle, but in a circle.
I still don't know what you use pi for.
Me either. I don't either.
I just
Circles. He just explained
Yeah,
it.
he just explained it. I don't understand anything he
Why
just
do
said.
I need to know how to use a circle? Circles just appear in my life. I don't need to calculate anything for circles. I haven't used pi since I had a little protractor, whatever the hell that was.
Yeah, but it's used all around you.
Okay, but
all around you.
Where?
Engineering?
Yeah,
Cool,
engineering.
great.
Like your
I'm not
homes.
an engineer.
I'm sure your homes utilize something perfectly circular, and it had to be perfectly measured.
And it was perfectly educated by somebody who gave a damn. I didn't. I don't need that. I need to talk sports. I told my teacher that. I said, I don't need this.
You said that?
Legitimately, real story is that in the 5th grade during parent-teachers conference, Miss Lonsby, I believe her name was, she got married, so it used to be Miss Mayor, Whitefish Bay, parents-teacher conference. You know what she told my parents? You know, Mr. and Mrs. Wallace, he seems to write a lot about sports. We got to get him to write about other things. So my dad came home and said, Kyle, let me talk to you. I said, what's up? How'd it go? Went okay, but your teacher said you got to stop writing about sports. I said, what? Why? You got to write about other stuff. So then I had to go write about other stuff. And now look at me. That's all I do is talk sports.
Talk to her right now, Kyle.
Miss Lonsby, you were wrong. I was right.
Oh, that's not the moment we were all hoping for. Is she a nice lady or something?
Actually, we made her cry one time.
Oh, no!
Yeah, it was
Why? How?
It was her first. She moved from 1st grade to 5th grade. I had her in 1st grade. I was so sweet in 1st grade. Then something changed in 5th grade. And we made her cry as a class. I never
What'd
forget.
you do? What'd you guys do as a
We
class?
just wouldn't stop talking. We were a rambunctious class, the loud kids, the bad kids. And I just remember she was like, you guys just won't stop. And she was pregnant too, so I think she was a little
Oh, Kyle,
hormonal.
that is just...
And you know what's crazy?
That's
Actually,
evil.
it wasn't Miss Lonsby. Her name was Miss Tauscher. And
No,
I remember I thought that she actually might have been related to Mark Tauscher. I swear, you can look it up. Whitefish Bay. Her name used to be Miss Maurer, Mrs. Mayer, and then it became Mrs. Tauscher.
She married into the Tauscher family?
I thought she did as a kid. That is crazy that I'm thinking about that.
Are you
Random.
certain that she didn't?
I had to ask Tausch, I guess.
Shoot him a text.
Maybe this is why Tausch harbors anger toward KBN. Because the 5th grade Kyle Wallace made his family member cry. Whilst pregnant.
I'm a Googler.
You got any more polls?
Oh my gosh. I don't found her, I think.
Okay.
The internet's crazy. You can find anybody. It really is.
Tell me more, Brad.
I mean,
No. We got another poll question.
There you go,
I
Ben.
forgot what segment we were in. Literally.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman on the 414 hour at 4. We are listening to Pole Position right now. Brought to you by Great Lakes Dragway.
This one from Jim, Matt, and Molly, kind of. Evan Cohen has a question for Packers fans. Which member of the team's big three is best at their job? Jordan Love, Matt LaFleur, or Brian Gutekunst?
Ooh.
That's a doozy.
That's a good question by Evan. That's
That
why
is
he's
a really-
Big Boy Radio.
That's a doozy.
Big Boy Radio. He should fill in for
jeez.
Bob Ryan.
No. Come on. Be better.
I'm okay. I am going to go with Brian Gutekunst.
Yeah,
Here's
it's
why.
not Jordan.
It's not Jordan. We haven't seen enough.
It's not Matty Mouse. He's 3-5 in the playoffs. It's Goody, and it kills me to say it.
Yeah, Goody has put together some impressive teams. He might not have won a championship, which is what we're trying to hold.
Kyle, what was the question?
Goody. The answer is Goody.
What was the question?
Listen, he hasn't put together a championship yet.
What was the question?
And that's what Brad said. He got to put together a championship. It falls on the shoulders of Goody more than it does Matt LaFleur and Jordan Love.
That wasn't the question.
Huh?
You seriously don't know the
That's what my girl does. When she starts talking about something and I go, that's not what I was saying, she goes, huh? Huh?
Question is, who is best at their job?
Oh!
Love Goody.
Love
Goody.
That's what we did this together a little bit ago.
We already did that. Yeah.
I was looking up my fifth grade teacher.
How'd you doing?
I'm trying to figure it out. There's another Miss Tauscher there now, Carolyn. Not who I believe she was. But, man, I think, honestly, I think Matt LaFleur is best at his job because Matt LaFleur was able to take this ragtag bunch last year of the youngest team in the NFL in 2023 to the playoffs.
Bunch.
No, they were a ragtag bunch. They didn't know what they were doing. Remember, guys?
They were running the wrong routes.
Exactly.
They were running into each other.
They didn't know what they were doing, and he was finding a way to get them to make it to the playoffs, right? Got Jordan Love to elevate his play. Now, this year, even though they did not make it as far as we would like, and in the end it didn't end well, the Packers still won 11 games. They had like 5 or 6 games where they scored 30-plus points. Matt LaFleur did a good job. We need him to do better, but he did a good job.
Yeah, I still think it's Goody.
I think the hardest thing in sports is finding a franchise quarterback, and Goody did that. Now, we don't know how high that ceiling is for Jordan Love, but franchise quarterback, he realized he needs some free agents. He got McKinney and Jacobs. They are a consistent playoff team. That's hard to do in the NFL full of a bunch of B players.
Here's what I'll say about this question, right? Who's best at their job between Jordan Love, Matt LaFleur, and Goody? It's kind of like, I don't know. Do you really believe in any of those three? They're like amazing at their jobs.
No.
With each one, when you went through like the mental, okay, is it Jordan Love? Is it Matt LaFleur? Is it Goody?
It was like Goody by default almost.
Well, Goody by default, but like each one had like something that made me hesitant to commit to him.
Jordan Love.
Each one, I'm like, they're good.
Took a step back, right?
Yeah.
And he just got paid. Matt LaFleur, 3-5 in the playoffs. Kind of throws tantrums. And
so I think
Goody, first round draft pick.
So I think it's very interesting because I always ponder this, right? You guys say I'm the spoiled Green Bay Packers fan that has the high expectations for the Green Bay Packers. But hearing you two talk about how they're not amazing, they legitimately, when you look at all 32 football teams, the Green Bay Packers have a great quarterback, they have a great coach, and they have a great general manager. Like they are above average in what they do.
Well,
now, they're not at
are they
elite
above
level.
average or are they great?
They're great. They're great.
Maybe very good. Very good.
They're great. They're great.
What's above great then? Elite?
Elite. They're not elite, but they're great.
Okay.
What's above elite?
Icon.
Tom Brady.
Legend.
Superstar.
I'm still sweating.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN.
And make sure everyone's tuning in when we do this because y'all's faces are going to be like,
it better be sweet.
If you think I'm going to act like that for oatmeal, you're outside your damn
You've never
mind.
had Brad Nortman's oatmeal.
It's not
Yeah,
Quaker,
but I've
is
also had
it?
chocolate chip pancakes with butter
organic.
and syrup that make me go, oh, baby, oatmeal ain't going to do that.
You'll be surprised. I'm going to do a variety.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
We've got an accident on northbound 41 at Burleigh. Everything's off on the right shoulder, but the delays are there coming up from Blue Mound Road. We've also got southbound on 41 with a crash right at Silver Spring. That's to go along with the other crash on 94 eastbound at Mitchell Boulevard off on the right shoulder. All these areas, you're going to see delays heading into those areas. On the westbound side of 94, you'll see backups from 16th Street all the way through the stadium interchange to about Mitchell Boulevard. Southbound 43 backing up from just south of Capitol Drive down towards North Avenue. Northbound slowing down from before Fond du Lac Avenue up past Center Street. Traffic is brought to you by Fisco Auto Body. Call Fisco Auto Body to help with all body repair needs. Fisco, Fisco, Fisco. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast tonight, mostly cloudy, a low of 26. Tomorrow, mostly cloudy with a high of 35. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lozigan, 94.5 ESPN.
Do you want to have more fun watching the NFL playoffs? Try playing Sleeper Picks. Just download the Sleeper app today and pick more or less on at least 2 players' projected stats. You can win up to 100 times your cash. For a limited time, Sleeper has a special offer. New users have to just play $5 and they'll receive $55 in free entries. Just download the Sleeper app today and use code BRAD, B-R-A-D. Must be 18 years or older. Promo code, location, and other restrictions apply. Minimum deposit $25. See terms of use for details. Please play responsibly. Call 1-800-426-2537 for help.
UW Credit Union presents the Student Athlete of the Week, supporting local student athletes as they grow on the field, in the classroom, and in the community. UW Credit Union is here for every you. Learn more at uwcu.org. Here's Ashton Rotman with the UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week.
This week's UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week is senior Jake Hansen from Wauwatosa West. A starting guard on the Trojans basketball squad, Hansen now sits alone at the top of the record books for Tosa West. His 18 points in a recent game making him the #1 all-time leading scorer in Tosa West history. While the Trojans remain embattled in a race for the top of the Greater Metro Conference title race, Hansen, of course, is a big piece to making that happen. As for what's next for the senior, Hansen is racking up the Division I offers, including from Buffalo, Cal Poly, St. John's, and Arizona State. Congratulations to this week's UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week, Wauwatosa West boys basketball all-time leading scorer, Jake Hansen.
It's time for the Milwaukee Basketball Report on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by National Liquor Mart, located at 16th and National in Milwaukee. National Liquor Mart is packed with deals for all your beverage needs, where your satisfaction is their plan of action. Open 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. daily.
39 points and 12 boards, not enough in Portland as the Bucks fall to the Blazers 125-112 on Tuesday night. Bucks heavily out-rebounded in the loss 52-36, including 17 offensive rebounds allowed to the Blazers.
I just thought they were the aggressor, guys. We're asking almost the same question. They beat it off the dribble. They are the more physical team. We fouled. They offensive rebounded. Everything that goes to who the aggressor, every category, lean their way.
Next up for the Bucks is a trip to San Antonio to take on the Spurs. That one tips off at 7 o'clock on Friday night.
This has been the Milwaukee Basketball Report on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by National Liquor Mart.
The Milwaukee Panthers basketball teams host 2 key conference matchups this weekend. On Saturday, the Panther women's team takes on Cleveland State. Tip-off is at 2 p.m. at the Kalachi Center. Then, Bart Lundy and the Panther men's basketball team closes out action against Purdue Fort Wayne with a 2 p.m. game on Sunday at Panther Arena. That's Panther women's basketball on Saturday and Milwaukee men's basketball on Sunday. Visit mkepanthers.com to select your seat. Panther Athletics for the MKE.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Bring me up higher, love. Where's that higher love? I keep thinking bring me higher.
Alex Strofe running the show. KBN Nation at 800-990 ESPN. I'm Ben Brust alongside Kyle Wallace and Brad Nortman. Taking it at 5 o'clock. Before the Homer Hour. All right. A little read option time?
Yeah,
read option. Little RPO. What are we going to do?
Should we do read option Friday?
Yeah, we should.
Do you care if Goody misses in the first round as long as he cooks in the second and seventh?
Oh my
Jeez,
God.
boy.
Someone get the hook to hook this guy.
Right, for real, we gotta take him out. He looked like your performance is the way that Bob Ryan looks.
Bob Ryan won around the horn.
That is the upset of the century.
222nd win for Bob Ryan.
Does Jordan Love get a pass this season for being injured? Or Brad gives us some statistical nerd thing right now.
Ooh. I don't have any Tony Kornheiser and Bob Ryan are almost the same age.
Oh, wow.
That's a shocking
It
one.
is very shocking.
And Tony Kornheiser's on
All right,
PTI.
so
Brad,
here's where
let
we're
it
at.
go.
Here's where we're at.
That's a stat.
Ben can't speak. Brad is clearly completely mentally checked out unless it has to do with the 4 to 5 block on ESPN TV. And Kyle's just Kyle.
Hey, man, I'm going anywhere y'all want to go. You want to talk about Jordan Love? Let's do it. We trying to talk about why Goody is not cooking in the first round. We can do it.
Strofe, what do you say we go?
I kind of want to go to Love.
All right, get the ball and run with it.
All right, I don't think we give Love a pass for being injured in 2024.
Really?
Now he was underwhelming.
I
and
disagree.
I think it plays a role. Don't get me wrong. Like I think it minimized some of his performances, but there were still questionable decisions. Down the stretch, he was healthy, as far as we're aware, and still throwing big interceptions in the playoff game. Like, look, it's not like it was an MVP season, and it's not like it was an awful season. It was kind of a meh season from Jordan Love. Therefore, I don't think you can use the injury as a crutch to say, hey, give him a pass on 2024.
But if he was fully healthy the whole year, no knee, no groin, how much better do you think he would have played? I think you can add 5 touchdowns and take away 3 picks. Maybe a little bit, and obviously like more. You're getting into
but
rhythm.
then all of a sudden I think you're adding a win or two, and that's not a 7th seed anymore.
That's true, but we also know Jordan Love is a rhythm-based quarterback. So
Correct.
He was in the lineup. He was out of the lineup. He got hurt in the Jags game. He's back in.
Wasn't practicing, which
Wasn't
is a big
practicing.
thing.
Yeah, he missed a lot of training camp.
If you're,
Oh, shut up.
Jeez, Kyle.
Tried to tell y'all want to listen.
Do you think that was the first domino to fall? The fact that he wasn't in full training camp.
Body wasn't
that's
getting
why he
ready.
got hurt.
800-990-3776. Kyle Wallace said Jordan Love was being selfish when he held out of training camp for 4 days.
Hurt his body.
Waiting to get an extension with the Green Bay Packers.
Hurt his body. Rushed back.
Do you think Kyle Wallace is an idiot for that take? 800-990-3776.
Well, to me, it seems like the season where he didn't miss training camp and he was all in for the Green Bay Packers, he ended up doing pretty well. He didn't start off shaky in 2023. He actually came out cooking.
That is, I don't know if he came out cooking.
The game won against the Bears, he sure did.
If anything, there's an argument to make that he helped save his body. Maybe the injury could have been worse. If he went out there, strained his body even more that first week of training camp, it would be even worse shape in Brazil.
Everybody was ahead of him. But overall, for this Jordan Love conversation, this question, I'm giving Jordan Love a pass this year. I really am. Because when I'm looking at Jordan Love this year, is he gets a pass because it was a weird, funky season. And then when Jason Wilde shared with us, Matt LaFleur was still trying to find a way to adjust to the new rushing attack that they had with a Josh Jacobs and the scheme that they actually run the ball, that it wasn't as, they didn't have a flow because Jordan Love came up in a different type of scheme, a zone scheme, I believe they had when they had Aaron Jones, and now he had to adjust. And so the adjustment, there's a little bit of a delay there. But when I look at next year, right, that's when Jordan Love gets no passes for anything. If you get hurt, boy, you better figure out how to recover. And bounce back and be able to play at a very high level. If the scheme wise, you better figure out how to do play action fake from that, so you are able to utilize Josh Jacobs as the threat that he is out the backfield and hit somebody downfield or somebody wide open. So I expect Jordan Love to take that next step next year. There will be no excuses. If he is not good in year 3, then we know who he is.
I'm going to say this. Similar to Kyle, but I won't say the word that he said. There's no way that I'm going to say I expect him to take the jump. Because I'm done expecting things from Green Bay Packers to make jumps.
You don't expect him to have a better season.
No, I do, but here's what I'm getting at. I'm not going to
hear this.
I'm not going to be like, hey, Jordan Love, I expect you to make that huge leap. Based off of what?
Based off what he
just because of what he did in the last 10 games of 2023.
He had 10 games of greatness, and the rest of this season he had about 5 or 6 games where he didn't throw a pick. He was
healthy, and he still in the times that he was healthy through the season. At no point did he look like anything he did in those last 10 games.
They never really asked him.
And if you say you're trying to think of reasons why he was. At no point were you like, oh man, oh wow, oh wow, oh wow, oh wow.
No,
so you're concerned about the contract then? Wow. You're concerned that they overpaid him because if you never expect him to return to that, then that's a bad contract.
No, it's not. You can't expect somebody to be as good as he was in that 10-game stretch because it was unprecedented.
That's silly.
It's not.
It is.
He's got to.
I'll die on that hill. It was unbelievable what he did. I think he should be somewhere in between that. And then somewhere in between when he was healthy in the end of the last year.
He can't play every game like he did in that last 10 games, but that should be what we see more of. That is the Jordan Love that I expect to see more often than not. Because when you put it on paper, when you put it on film, when you show everybody what you can be, then now we know exactly what your ceiling is. If he does not get to the point where he plays a 18-game season, 17 football games, and he doesn't have at least 12 games of playing at elite level at quarterback, then he's not what we thought he was.
Yeah,
that is the expectation.
12 elite games out of 17.
Yeah, I've seen it for Aaron Rodgers.
So when you say elite games, you're saying like no interceptions, 270 with 2 touchdowns.
I'm talking about 229, 2 touchdowns, 3 touchdowns in those games.
229,
like 230 plus.
Elite.
230 plus. I'm talking about 230 plus consistently, right? Not games of 171, not games of 3 interceptions. I'm talking about give me 230 plus in those games. Give me 3 touchdowns in those games.
And it's not even statistically can help paint that picture. But there were games where he looked in complete control. Complete control. I can put the ball wherever I want. I can take advantage of whatever matchup I want, and I can be able to dictate the flow of this game, and you better not let me have the last touch. That is what I think about when I think of an elite quarterback, when I think of Mahomes and Allen and all these guys that are really, really good. I don't expect Jordan Love to be Mahomes and Allen necessarily, but that type of performance is how I felt Jordan.
But isn't he getting paid to play like that, though? Like,
I mean, he is.
So like Kyle's saying he should be playing elite. Like, don't you want to be playing like that? Is that your expert? Like, what's? Yeah, but give me a comp. Give me a comp. Not Aaron Rodgers.
MVP candidates.
Here we go. Not Aaron Rodgers. Not Brett Favre. Forget Packers. Tell me who is a good comp, not from playing style, of a production for their team at quarterback that you want Jordan Love to be like.
Man, you know, Joe Burrow is an elite quarterback. But he's a guy that he can use his leg, but he doesn't use his legs all the time, like a Lamar Jackson.
You
like
want Jordan Love to be Joe Burrow?
I want him to be in that. I'm getting Joe Burrow's best quarterback in the NFL. Yeah. I mean, he was
Joe
up
Burrow's
there.
top
He was up
4
there.
in the NFL.
And I want him to play at a top 5 level. Yeah. So when
I want to be 6'7".
Okay, so you just don't believe in Jordan Love. So you think
not to be Joe Burrow?
No, you just
Joe Burrow has done it and went to a Super Bowl in his second season.
So what is your comp, like Justin Herbert?
I think so. That'd be really good.
That was the exact name I was thinking.
Well, we're messed up then.
What do you think? You think Justin Herbert's a bad quarterback?
I think Justin Herbert's a very good quarterback, but Justin Herbert right now hasn't shown to be a super elite quarterback. I want my quarterback to be an elite.
Jordan Love.
And that's what I want him to aspire for.
Like, we're just being fair, but aspire versus expect is 2 different things.
Well,
you start with expect, and now you want him to aspire?
Well, I guess then it talks about we're not going to be winning very many Super Bowls here in Green Bay with Jordan Love. It's Justin Herbert is the comp we want. If that's what we're aiming for as Packers fans, just be Justin Herbert, then this things have changed. Things have changed. I'm sorry that I saw Brett Favre and Aaron Rodgers.
I don't think it's high enough.
And especially the way he played the last 10 games. He played so well those last 10 games that he all of a sudden shot up to be one of the best quarterbacks in that 2020 class.
He needs to be a top 8 quarterback.
Yeah.
Every year. Top 8. I don't think that's that hard to ask. Not top 4, not MVP.
I want people to be as excited as they were. Week 1, people were excited. The reason why the NFL had the Eagles and the Packers playing in Brazil is because they said we have a marquee quarterback matchup. We have 2 young quarterbacks that are up and coming in the NFL. I want to make sure that my quarterback is still a marquee elite quarterback in the NFL. That's what I want. And this year, Jordan Love was not consistently a marquee guy. Even in the games where Josh Jacobs went crazy, he just played okay because we didn't ask him to win a lot of football games. But I want my guy to be able to win a football game like Brad talked about in the end.
I'll say this too. If he's never consistently top 8, maybe he has a couple seasons where he pops to be, hey, he's 5th in MVP voting, something like that, the Packers will never sniff a Super Bowl. You got to have that. You got to have that.
Yep.
Or you are like good to very good, and the defense is the best defense in the NFL.
And the 2 quarterbacks that are playing in the Super Bowl right now, they've both been in MVP conversations at some point in their career.
Yeah,
and that's what you need.
Jalen Hurts, I think, was the runner-up
2 years ago.
2 years ago, and now they have Saquon, and they got dudes across the board, and Mahomes is baby GOAT.
We're gonna take a shot in the dark here. This would be a world record for Kyle Brust and Nortman if Gary Ellerson picks up the phone at 4:45 on a Friday. What do we think? Does it happen?
I think so.
I believe in GE.
Yeah, he's got a lot to say.
This will be the longest streak. I've been a part of Kyle Brust and Nortman, over 9 months. We've never had him on 3 weeks in a row.
Gary Ellerson, 3 weeks in a row? Question mark? Next.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN.
Ben, I've been a fan of you since Scalzo and Brust was on the air. You kind of are like a Pat McAfee for the ESPN Milwaukee. You kind of revolutionized this channel and stuff.
Leo, I'm here for you, and I appreciate everything you say. We love you listening, and you can call in every day and say that. I won't get old.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com. All day, every day. The Carbless talk and text line is open for you.
First off, there is not one team that's on the fringe that scares me.
800-990-3776. The Carbless talk and text line. This is more.
Watch the Bucks on broadcast TV. It's Dame time on WMLW when the Bucks take on Wemby and the Spurs in San Antonio. Can Giannis stop one of the game's rising stars? Find out on WMLW The End. Broadcast channel 49.1. And watch select games on broadcast TV all season. Go to WMLW.com for a full schedule and how to watch. Bucks, Spurs, tonight at 6:30 p.m. on WMLW The End.
Kevin Moret here for Mentality. Listen up, gentlemen. You're fighting an unfair battle. Studies show testosterone levels in men have plummeted by 25% in just 2 decades. That's why you're struggling with energy, muscle, and drive. But here's a game changer. Mentality's FDA-approved treatments boost testosterone by 30% on average. Imagine reclaiming the vitality your grandfathers had. Picture turning heads, dominating your career, and feeling unstoppable again. Don't settle for today's normal. Seize the day at mentalityhealth.com/radio. That's mentalityhealth.com/radio.
Station updates, show clips, and your place to interact with us every single day just by scrolling through your feed. Follow along on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at ESPN Milwaukee.
An ESPN Radio Extra Point with Evan Cohen, Chris Canty, and Michelle Smallman.
How would you rank the greatness of these three things? MVP, Super Bowl win, Hall of Fame.
Hall of Fame.
Number one.
Yeah, number one. MVP, number two. Super Bowl, number three.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Why do you say that?
You're not going to get the MVP without your team having a lot of success and your individual performance leading to a lot of winning, right? Usually when you start talking about the MVPs, it's a top 2 team in their respective conference. That guy is the one that's going to get it. If you're below that, it's probably not going to happen for you. And so when you look at how they've given out the MVP award, there's the acknowledgement of individual productivity, but it also has to be in conjunction with team success. And so that's why I think that if you have an MVP, that means you have a style of play that lends itself to getting the most out of your team and helping them to win football games.
Robinhood Gold members can now enjoy the VIP treatment, receiving a 3% IRA match on annual retirement contributions. With Robinhood Gold, the perks of the high net worth are now available for any net worth. The new gold standard is here with Robinhood Gold. To receive a 3% boost on annual IRA contributions, sign up at Robinhood.com/gold. Investing involves risk. 3% match requires Robinhood Gold at $5 a month for 1 year from first match. Must keep funds in IRA for 5 years. Go to Robinhood.com/boost. Robinhood Financial LLC member SIPC. Gold membership is offered by Robinhood Gold LLC.
Something amazing is happening here. Scientists are using AI to study how whales talk to each other. CDW experts can give researchers the power to process complex data with HP workstations, advanced by AMD Ryzen Threadripper Pro processors. With easier handling of AI workloads, your organization can bring powerful insights to the surface. Make amazing happen. HP, AMD, and CDW. Learn more at cdw.com/HPAMD.
They say seeing is believing, and when you see what's inside at American Place Casino, you better believe you're gonna love it. Because when it comes to amazing gaming, we're a real game changer. With the most exciting of table games like blackjack, craps, and roulette, the newest slots, a sportsbook, restaurants, bars, and more. So if you're ready for excitement, we'll see you soon. American Place Casino. Change the game.
Must be 21 years of age or older. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, crisis counseling and referral services can be accessed by calling 1-800-GAMBLER, 1-800-426-2537.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
You want to get down? Tell me.
Get down on it. Get down on it. Get down on it. Get down on it.
Come on and get down on it. Get down on it. Y'all know what time it is, right, Ben Brust?
What is it, Kyle?
It's time for our boy GE to get down on it on KBN. What up, GE?
Uh-oh, did we lose him?
What's going on, guys? Can you hear me or no?
Yeah, we got you. I mean, you got a flip phone or something from 1990 you're working with right now.
Yeah, I got the flip phone, cuz. You know I got the flip phone.
Oh,
Come
wow.
on, man.
Whenever I hear Gary say, "Hey, what's going on?" and then a pause, I think of his voicemail. Remember how his voicemail is like,
Yeah.
Hey, what's going on? Why did you do that, Gary? Why do you have your voicemail seemingly answer the phone?
Oh, yeah.
Well, there you have it.
Just electric stuff from our guy, Gary Ellison.
GE, my homie.
Man, you're turning into a dinosaur. What happened to you?
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. I think I'm following in Homer's footsteps. I don't know, man.
Oh, no is right.
Yeah.
If you could give the Green Bay Packers your wish for this offseason, what would your one wish be? If it was granted by me, Ben Brust the Genie. Gary Ellerson, what do you wish?
My one wish? My one wish would be for Lucas Van Ness to be Clay Matthews.
Oh, wow.
That's a hell of a wish. I'm not going to lie. That's a great answer.
That's a good answer.
Yeah, good answer.
Okay. Family Feud style.
Do you think
Good answer.
It's a good answer, but Gary, do you think it's actual possibility that he can develop into that?
No. What?
No.
What's a wish?
Yes,
Kyle,
no wish.
are you stupid?
I mean,
You've seen him the last 2 years.
I don't know. He said Clay Matthews, so it was a wish. I'm thinking that was a real wish.
Gary wants to be Saquon Barkley.
Oh, okay.
No, I'd rather be Eric Dickerson.
Ooh,
good answer. Good
That's
answer.
too old for you guys, though. That once again, aging myself.
I remember Eric Dickerson on the films.
You'd rather have
On NFL films?
Yeah,
You'd rather have the
goggles?
paycheck as Saquon Barkley.
GE, with this whole offseason, Ben's wish list, right? And as we talked about, what do we want the Packers to do this offseason to become championship caliber? It's all under this idea that I feel like the Packer organization values relevance and consistency more than actually going for it for a championship. Do you agree with that the Packers value relevance and consistency over actually winning championships?
See, why would you say something like that? I mean, do you
because they don't go all in like other teams.
Well, they have a system that they believe in.
Well, that's great. That they believe in that has had how many championships since the Super Bowl era?
Well, and I ask you guys repeatedly to do this all the time, and you guys don't want to seem to do this, but it's hard to win Super Bowls.
Yeah, we know that. I think here, let me break it down this way.
And so, I mean, the Kansas City Chiefs is an outlier, and the Tampa Bay, not Tampa Bay, but I would say the Tom Brady New England Patriots outlier. I think that's what you guys want.
No. Here's what we're going to do here. They haven't been to the Super Bowl since 2010. Since 2010, Seattle's gone twice. The Rams have gone twice with two different quarterbacks. The 49ers have gone 3 times with 2 different quarterbacks. And to round it out, Philly has gone 3 times in the last 8 years with 2 different quarterbacks. How is that possible that it's called Title Town and you're not even getting to a title and there's other mini dynasties that aren't even, they may not have been winning the amount of championships, but they're still getting to the Super Bowl, in which the Packers haven't done since 2010.
Yeah, sounds like you're lowering the bar now. Now you just want to get to the Super Bowl. You're saying we haven't even gotten to the Super Bowl.
I think it's a fair lowering of the bar based off what's been done.
Yeah. In the NFC, I think we've been to NFC championship games. Yeah, but that really don't mean anything because you're not relevant. You've been in the playoffs all the time. Yeah, that don't mean anything because everybody. You guys are spoiled. You guys are starting to sound like callers who calls into the postgame show with Homer and I. You guys are straight spoiled. You know why? Because you guys are only 30 years old, and all you know in the last 40 years is 2 quarterbacks that have been dominant, and now you want more. It just doesn't work like that, guys.
So, Gary, are you satisfied with what the Packers have done since they won the Super Bowl in 2010-2011 season?
No, nobody's satisfied, but being on the inside, understand how hard it is to win it and how hard it is to stay relevant. You just listen. If you were to say to me, "Hey, Gary, you know what? The general manager of the Philadelphia Eagles is better than Brian Gutekunst," you know what I would say?
What?
You're right, he is. Because he hit a home run on Saquon, and you look at some of the other moves that he made.
Drafts.
Yeah, he is. He is. And that happens. Sometimes guys are better.
Well, don't you just think, Gary, though, at some point, right, like the Green Bay Packers have a fantastic foundation, and we saw the impact that dipping into free agency can have on your roster. We saw it with the Eagles because of the fact they got Saquon Barkley, and we saw it with the Green Bay Packers with Xavier McKinney, and we also saw it with Josh Jacobs. So don't you think maybe the Packers should deviate from their typical conservative plan and be aggressive, because at the end of the day, it's not about making the playoffs. It's not about winning each year. It's about winning a Super Bowl. And I would trade making the playoffs 3-4 straight seasons in a row for actually having a Lombardi trophy.
Yeah, but do we forget about the Smith brothers? And was that Amos they brought in? Those three? They brought those three guys in at the same time.
And
in 2019.
But they need to continue to repeat that, because the Packers obviously have holes, so you have to do something.
Old and those guys got old, and now they're gone. And then you follow that up with Xavier McKinney and Josh Jacobs. Yeah, but Preston Smith just left, bro, this year.
Well, I'm talking about the big signings, right? And I feel like that's part of the next process.
Preston Smith was a good, serviceable defensive end / edge when they were in the 3-4, but it's not like oh Goody, look what he brought in, Preston Smith.
Oh, you guys are bad.
Oh, yeah.
No, we're just calling it what it is. You're wearing the G and you're protecting it. I get it.
Just to compare, right? Because it seems like the Packers will only utilize certain avenues to build the team, right? We want to draft and develop, and then every once in a while we'll dip our toe into free agency, right? But the Eagles, they did it with blockbuster trades, like with A.J. Brown. They did it with big signings like Saquon. They got stud after stud in the draft. They're willing to change out quarterback. It seems like they're willing to do everything in order to put a Super Bowl caliber team together. It just doesn't always feel like the Packers. It feels like they go 95%. But that final 5% that the other teams are doing, it just doesn't seem like they're willing to go there because they want to just be continue to be consistent.
How many Super Bowls do the Eagles have?
Well, they have none, but over the last 10 years, the Eagles franchise has been better than the Green Bay Packers from a getting to Super Bowl standpoint.
Yeah, three in the last 10.
I mean, I'm just trying to figure out how many Super Bowls the Eagles got from all that they did.
Well, and they won one with Foles.
They have 3.
They've been to.
And you know what? And that one was awesome because Foles wasn't even a quarterback.
Yeah, it goes to show that
the depth of the team, and they were able to win with Nick Foles because everything around him was so good.
They only have one.
Yeah.
Really quickly, GE, I do want to know something, because I went to the movie theater a couple of days ago, and I brought in water, but my girl wanted to bring in some more things. And I said, "Nah, baby, we can't do that. Let's just bring in the water." But Bradley Nortman, he brings in legitimately wraps, soda,
chicken salad,
popcorn. He brings all this in. Do you bring stuff into the movie theater when you go?
How do you get in trouble for doing that? I'm just asking.
Nope. GE, throw it in a tote bag. They don't even blink an eye.
Sneaks it in.
Just carry it in. They say, "Here's your ticket, sir."
Are you kidding me? Yeah, I haven't been to a movie in a long time. I don't know if that was legal or not. I mean,
it's illegal.
It's frowned upon.
Is it frowned upon?
I don't know if it's illegal. I don't know if you're going to kick me out, but it's frowned upon.
I mean, the only thing would be is I would be like Nortman. I bring give me. Can I bring some liquor?
Oh, you NFL guys are cheap.
No, that's right. He's not trying to pay $15 for snow caps and $20 for popcorn.
Gary's calling in the previews, ordering a pizza for delivery to Theater Room 5.
Yeah, a little Brew 42. Can I bring some of that in?
A little Brew 42. How about you, Gary?
That is crazy. I can't believe you, Gary. I thought you were
Gary.
I can't believe you wouldn't do that, man. You straight from the ghetto. Wait
a minute now. I'm not from the ghetto.
I mean, I know you went to Whitefish Bay, but I think you still lived over there.
You right. I was from Milwaukee, not from the hood. And as a kid, we used to sneak some things in, but as an adult, I want to be better. I don't need to be like that, Gary.
He's definitely dressed like he went to Whitefish Bay today. I can tell you that much.
I'm sneaking it in. How many kids
Gary.
you got, Nortman? Nortman got any kids?
We foster some kids. And yes, when we had the older foster kids, you can better believe we snuck in all their popcorn and snacks and drinks. And
yeah, not them little kids.
It was a family of 4.
Yeah,
Gary.
not them little kids going around sneaking popcorn in the movies all everywhere. What do you mean we can't have chicken salad?
Bad habits.
Teaching them thrift.
Gary, we appreciate the time. You enjoy your Friday.
And I